Oh, here, yeah. Here. Take a mic. Take this mic. Take that mic right there. There you go.
I don't want to take anyone's money.
How long have you been?
Hi, everybody.
Martin Short, everybody.
Paul Schaefer.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
It's for real welcome back. It's been a while. It wasn't intended to be a while. Let's start with it. I'm aware of how I look. This is a lot, and I'm gonna cut into it tomorrow. We'll see. It definitely needs something. Good evening. Welcome back to the Late Night Playset, your favorite homegrown talk show podcast from a dining room. Tonight is Tuesday, September 16th, 2025. My name is Jay Ryan. In the house with us this evening, we have producer Arielle over at her station, and not up here with me in the studio is Manuel Carrillo.
Oh, boy.
He's not here.
He's not here.
Not here. I know you think you see him. He's actually only here to facilitate some still photography, but we like it. Oh, there you are. Oh, that's when this is the new. Yep. We've got you in the comments this evening, and also up here we've got Devin. Devin Auto Journey's here as well. He's going to be. He missed out when Rylic was here a couple weeks ago, and he's our YouTube guy, and Rylic is killing it on YouTube, and he couldn't be part of that conversation, so we're gonna have a new one here tonight. I don't know what I'm saying. There's a lot on this blue card, and our guest is a few minutes late, but I think that works out because we've got some stuff to talk about up front. Not unsettling news, but kind of a bummer for me anyway. Robert Redford.
Yeah.
Oh, total bummer for me. When I was a kid, Robert Redford grew up in the next town over. When I was a kid growing up, he lived in the next town over, Westport, where Paul Newman lived. And we would see Paul Newman everywhere. But if you were lucky in Westport, you might get a glimpse of Robert Redford here and there. He was a little more, I don't know if reclusive is the right word, but Paul Newman, you'd see him driving around in his convertible all the time. Mm-hmm. Maybe we were at a lot of the same places too, Bob Sharp and Lime Rock. But anyway, Robert Redford. When I was sick last week, which is why First of
Well,
all,
none of it.
she got sick first.
I got it first.
She
It
got
was
sick
bad.
first, and then I got sick. And then as I was just getting over it, this guy who's not here got sick. You did get sick. You're not here, but you did get sick.
He's not here, but he got sick somehow. It's magic, you know?
I'm so happy that Johnny Lieberman and Rylic did not get sick. That
Yeah,
means we didn't
same.
get everybody infected.
I'm so happy that I didn't push myself. I mean, I was really sick by that point, and I think I actually did have a temperature by that point. But I'm glad that I didn't try to push myself in any way, because then they definitely would have been sick. Actually, I wasn't testing positive on an antigen, so maybe not. But
Yeah, I forgot. I don't know anything about this. I've never had
know too
COVID. This
much.
was my first time, and then she used to be like for Disney Studios at ABC, like the COVID specialist liaison for all. So when we first met, she was working on all those shows as like the COVID person, expert, the COVID expert. Anyway, so Rylic's back tonight, shortly. Rylic Alexander from O Shift. You know, Johnny was here last time, and you know, Johnny was the first guest, so I guess that's appropriate. But you know, Johnny has a tendency to steer the ship,
sure.
and we didn't get as much Rylic time as we would have liked. So thanks to him for being back here shortly. Thanks to you at home, by the way. I see some comments coming in here. Hey friends, that's one of them. Sarah. Okay.
it's just me.
Oh, they're both you. Okay, great. Well, it says there's some viewers, so maybe.
Yeah, we got some viewers. I was, you know, saying hi to y'all. Say hi back.
The Robert Redford, when I was sick, I watched a lot of Robert Redford movies. I don't know what did it to me. I think I got into Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and then all of a sudden I was looking for that type of movie star, and then I went down the rabbit hole and I watched a few. In one day I watched Condor, 2 days of the Condor, 3 days of the Condor,
Oh, yeah.
however many days there are of a Condor. That was great. And then I watched one I'd never seen before called An Unfinished Life.
Ooh.
Ready for this? Jennifer Lopez, Morgan Freeman, and because they've done a lot of movies together.
Yeah.
And Robert Redford and some other people too. Yeah, it was really, really very interesting.
I watched so many series that I don't, and also my brain was so jumbled. I don't even know what I watched, but I know I watched like 3 or 4 entire series.
That's what sort of what happened to me. I was jumble, and I couldn't focus on anything for the
Yeah.
first 3 days of the sickness. And then whenever it clicked into place and like the brain, maybe 4 days, whatever, there was a few days of, you're right, I couldn't focus on anything, new, old, or otherwise. And then when my brain could watch a movie again, I went into full movie mode. I watched like 5 movies a day.
Well, I also had COVID in my kitchen, so I was like really sequestered to my room. Like, but not COVID in my kitchen. Oh my God. Y'all, I still I'm still not properly functioning yet. It's been a journey. I
just
had
glad everyone
mold
else
in
heard
my
it.
kitchen, so I had COVID, and I discovered there was mold. So I like couldn't even leave my bedroom, and I had to like take care of these 2 little creatures while I'm all fucked up. And I didn't want
Hello?
them to be in the living room either. So it was rough, y'all.
Hi, Rylic. We're on the air, but we'll buzz you in.
He's here, everyone. Rylic is here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a weird week that week.
I'm sorry for that, but somehow we were only gone 1 week from the show, but it seems like the way the timing of this all worked, it feels like a month ago since we were all together.
Yeah.
So, there's a couple things I want to talk about. Once my nose stops running, excuse me.
See?
Getting
Still
emotional.
happening. Still happening.
No, well, yeah.
It's the lingers.
I dried from so much of this. It was so dry out that now I
yeah.
put like Neosporin stuff, and that tendency. I'm gross. I don't know what to tell you. I'm gross. Sorry.
Listen, we're all just crawling our way out of COVID right now. So it's everyone. Just
Yeah, and I want to talk about Angela's Crest and Good Vibes and Newcomb's Ranch and stuff too, and that's kind of an emotional topic for me. So like, there's all of that going on. No wonder my nose is running. Let's start with ACA. Well, geez. All right, perfect timing. Our guest is just getting here. Hilarious. Yeah, I mean, ACH, we do respect the crest. I say it a lot on the show. I say it on social media. We say it as often as we can just because we've been driving up there long enough that we've seen what happens when you don't. And and it'll be a few minutes for him. But good to see you. Actually, we could bring as many people into this conversation as we like. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I kind of wanted to talk to the folks at home, because I'm so upset about Robert Redford, which I really am. Also, that was another thing. All of these movies made me want to rewatch Winning, the documentary about Paul Newman and his racing career, and Robert Redford's in that as well. And there's some good stories about some pranks they used to play on each other. So, anyway, yeah, respect the crest. I don't know. I haven't been up on the crest as much lately as I normally would like to be. There's a lot of reasons for that. I'm trying to get my life restarted. I'm trying to start a career again. There's a lot at play here. Life was sort of at a standstill for a long, long time when Nicole was ill, and we didn't really know when that was going to end or what to do when it did. And then, a year ago, she passed away, and apparently I gave myself a year to do whatever, and then now it's time to get back to it. So I went from like doing nothing all the time. I guess I was always busy, but like being here at home all the time to being everywhere all the time now. And it's an adjustment. It's an adjustment for me. So thanks for bearing with me. I don't know why I even got onto that tangent, but I mean, it's all connected, right? So let's talk about Good Vibes. Let's talk about Newcomb's Ranch. It's been probably 6 months since I've checked in with you about Newcomb's. Last media post I think I put up said things got complicated and it's confidential and I'll talk to you when I can about it, that kind of thing. And I guess backing it up even further, let's go back about a year to, Nicole is alive and we don't know she's about to die, and we are going full speed ahead with the Ryans are saving Newcomb's Ranch and we're going to open it and it's going to be awesome for the community, and we're doing it for the community because the community was there for us when we needed you. And then Nicole dies, and that was obviously hard for me and everybody else, but it changed the dynamic of the plan a bit. Not immediately, but the plan was to mom and pop it. We were sort of living in this prison, so to speak. We were in this apartment where we do this little show all the time, except for Fridays, when we would drive up the mountain. When we were still in that situation, being up on the mountain all the time seemed like a much bigger prison, a much more hospitable prison, especially because she felt better up there. But when you remove her from the equation, does Pop still live up on the mountain and try to do but y'all remember Mom, right? Like, it didn't feel great to me. And so I would say my thought process began to expand a little bit when Nicole passed away. And I sort of kept thinking that I need to figure out how I feel about all this. I need to figure out how to, whatever. There's just so much to it. Then you go to like 3 months later, a month later or 2 months later, the place is on fire, everything but Newcomb's Ranch, but the whole, California burned. And then a month after that, the vandalism and the break-in. And it's so hard to describe. I was beginning to feel a little detachment when Nicole passed away. That's not true. I think at first when Nicole passed away, I focused all of my efforts that I used to point towards her, towards Newcomb's. Keep in mind, we were the caretakers at that time. So we were the ones fixing things and, whatever. So and rearranging things and the plan was to go full speed ahead with the community's help, as you know. So when the break-in happened, I think I felt like I lost Nicole all over again because it just was so destructive. And so, like, I don't know how many people know this, but there were like 5 or 6 different break-ins before the big one that the public knows about. We had just been dealing with them on a case-by-case basis. Fix this window, cover up the spray paint, fix this thing that was broken. Oh, fix that window, you know, clean up the spray paint, fix this thing. And then the big one was just the big one, and it was so destructive that it just kind of, it made me separate. It made me pull back a little bit. Not from the plan, but emotionally. And I thought that was a really bad thing at the time. I think going forward, it was actually a really good thing. I think I needed to separate my emotional attachment, even though you see me getting emotional here, from the original plan. There was still a little bit too much Nicole in it. And man, I'm going on and on. I'm sorry, guys.
It's good. Go on. It's a good story. I'm in.
But, you know, in the social media post I put up right after the break-ins and stuff saying things got complicated, I specifically said I'm not, even though you might understand if I walked away, I'm not walking away from this. This isn't enough to chase me away from this. We both made commitments, and fundamentally, I still want to figure out a way to honor my wife up there. I do it every day, everywhere, so it's not really about that. But she did help create something in that space that outlives her and will outlive me and all of us, I think, at this point. I think, I mean, it's already in books.
Yeah.
You know, it's already in print. So what's going on? It's still confidential. I still can't tell you, but I can tell you this, that I have not walked away. The deal isn't dead. I would definitely say that it was stalled out for a long time. It's still stalled out. We're figuring out ways to still try to do this. I think that it's weird because I don't want to be the mayor of the Crest. I never wanted that job.
Well, you got the tie-in with the cops, so.
But right, so there's all of that, right? And that all happened. So, but like, you know, when I say respect the Crest, that's a suggestion from a fellow friend up there. I'm not like, it's hard to say. I don't know how much more I want to say about this tonight. I just kind of wanted to say that it's been a while since I've talked about Newcombs. Yes, we're still working on it. I don't know how much people know about this because we usually play things kind of close to the vest, but like there's always been a partner involved in this. I never had money to buy Newcomb's Ranch. I've been pretty open about that. So, you know, somebody else has always been helping me behind the scenes. I have stepped back until it's time for me to put shit on the walls and choose paint colors and stuff again. But my partner has not. If anything, they actually partnered up with the estate to try to close a deal. So I guess I just kind of wanted to talk to everybody out there who's wondering. You know, your stools and chairs are still up in Newcomb's. If you sponsored a stool or a chair, Tank is taking care of things for us up there. He's you know, caretaking for the property. The jukebox got damaged, but not very badly, and Tank did a great job of putting it back together. Beyond that, Rockola Jukeboxes, the company that made the damn thing, has offered to restore it for free. So that's what like the donations and stuff are for. The piano's fine. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Enough?
It's an acknowledgement update, not so much an update.
No, it's not. Well,
an
the truth is this was stalled out and quiet for a long time, and there are actually two new ideas on the table that both are incredibly promising. So, and both of which would have a resolution on the quicker side of things. Mm-hmm. So, like, you know, typical stay tuned, but I don't know, somebody sent me a mail something the other day saying, hey, I heard the deal fell through. Like, well, no, I mean, everything's been changing for a year, but no, we're not done. In fact, to my knowledge, we're the only ones trying to save Newcomb's Ranch. Mm-hmm. That's not like for this. I mean, us as a community. I mean, I don't know anyone else who's trying to put a deal together. So if you've got a whole bunch of money that you want to throw at a project and you want to have somebody else manage it, give me a call. Yeah. But anyway, so that's what's going on. Okay, so back to the blue card. Have a sip of something here.
And that was great. You did a good job.
You're very kind for not being here. Hellos, get settled. Let's do that now, shall we?
Okay. Take a nice deep breath.
You know what we've been missing is our
Stretch out.
multicam. Our
Yeah,
multicam.
what's up with the multicam?
I'm sorry.
Multipass.
We need a
Multipass.
producer here. So what do I do? It's okay. Devin, I'm sorry. I know this is very clumsy. I think it's this, then it's this, then it's this, and then maybe we'll do this.
Hey,
There we go.
We're all here.
Can I do it for now?
That works.
Robert Redford's dead. It's a sucky thing. ACH, respect the crest. GVBC. Oh, yeah. So the roads are a little funky trying to get up to GVBC. Phil and Byron and I didn't make it all the other day separately.
I saw that.
Very strange. So, like, everybody who made it up followed the instructions that I posted. They did exactly what Caltrans said to do and got there. I was coming up the back way intending to do the same thing. Phil was coming down the same way as though he were going home. And he waved me, flagged me down. I stopped, pulled over. We caught up with each other. He said, no. They just sent me down this way. So, and then I thought, oh, well, we must have to go to 9 Mile. Anyway, whatever, 9 Mile was closed. I don't know why they routed him off ACH going up the front. They made him take a left on Angeles Forest when it should have not been the case. That should have been the open section. But for whatever reason, or maybe the timing, we all did it. I'm sorry we missed everybody at GVBC because I was really looking forward to it after missing it for a couple weeks. There's a photography in this chair. It's all very...
Get in
Okay,
there.
all right.
Get
So
in there.
from O Shift, Rylic's back.
Woo! You get to sit in the main chair, buddy.
Have a seat right here.
All right.
I mean, if it's all right.
It is.
The only thing I didn't get in was a water.
I
use it.
totally
Do
have a
Sorry.
water.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
you do?
water's right here.
Yeah.
Do you want your coffee though?
Oh, that's even better.
You can
Yeah.
take that with you. You don't have to leave drinks behind.
Yay, cocaine in a mug. I
That's
love
right.
it.
That's right.
You know, on the Blockbuster Year podcast, we do it at 6 p.m. on Wednesdays, and I need a Red Bull when I do it.
You usually have your little. I mean, you have coffee for
Thank
this.
you.
So.
No, with the
Wow.
coffee and the
Yeah.
same setup plus a Red Bull, 3 mugs.
Yeah, you've had some shows like that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's too much.
Yeah.
I'm working on
It,
it.
it hasn't happened often, but there has been a
Yeah,
show
no,
or
this is
two.
good.
I've never done a talk show
Yeah,
situation. It's like, where do you put these things?
No. Wherever you want.
Hands.
You right? Look at You were also here 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, sitting over there.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
Johnny
you're number
Lieberman
one
tends
now,
to.
Baby.
Robert Redford was the classic movie star, R.I.P. Yay, Arielle is back. Yes, agreed. Yay, all around. Hi, family. So miss you all. Can't wait to get out. Will we see you at Breakfast Club this week, Auto Kennel? Hey, Weirdos says 3 days at the Condor. There are 3. I wasn't sure. That might have been before you got here. We were talking Robert Redford movies 'cause he passed away.
Fun fact. Well, not even fun fact. It's just something that I realized about Robert Redford. There's a GIF or GIF, however you want to pronounce it, on Twitter that like is of him wearing the wool and he's turned around and giving like a little smirk. This whole time I thought it was Zach Galifianakis and
No.
I know the picture you're talking
Yeah.
about because he's got the full beard and it's sort of reddish looking.
And today when they were like R.I.P., I was like, that was Robert. This whole time.
Yes. It looks like an old-fashioned cigarette ad from the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
It's a scene from a movie?
Yeah.
Because he's got like the hat with the fur. I mean, the coat with the fur.
Very Revenant.
Oh, yep. I see it.
Right?
I'll get this.
A lot of people posted it for the,
Yeah.
man, this guy was good looking.
I was like, that's the picture you chose?
Not his best look, you mean?
Yeah, correct.
You know what's funny? You're right, because he's so handsome, you don't need to do the rugged guy on top of the handsome.
at all.
It's
It
too
literally
beautiful.
took everything away. I just saw 2 eyeballs and fur.
It took everything away.
Oh, I don't even remember.
This is hilarious. Buzz me in, though I may be at the wrong address. Hilarious! Hilarious! Thanks, Barbara. It's good to be back, and we miss you, Paul. I agree with that. And by the way, Don Giller, I'll be in New York next month. You know, if you want to try that coffee shop thing again. We just got to find a place to put Yellowcar. Dan McGinnis says, peace. Dustin, hi, Arielle, Zadok. Dustin was on
what's
the no, he was on this podcast with John, with you. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't. No introductions necessary. And hi, Dad. This is just people having a.
Alex, what's up?
I think my favorite part of that podcast was when Johnny was like, "That's not your real name. What's your real name?" Like,
Yeah, I'm like literally never gonna tell anybody my government name, ever,
good.
ever. Yeah, you know it works really well because what ends up happening, you have a stage name. I've had the stage name for 20 years now, and the thing is, people, you know, I've went through different stages of social media. You know, I had like a big fan base on MySpace, on Tumblr, and so things, you know, started following. But this interesting thing that happens is people like to act like they know you more than they do. And so a thing that would always happen is like if you say you like know me like that, and you're saying this, you don't.
Yeah.
So it was always that separation of like, okay, well, we actually know who my people are and the friends and the people who are just getting things from what they've heard or taken in, like secondhand.
Back at home, we'd call Robert Redford Bob.
By the way, I have the Robert Redford photo with Zach Galifianakis.
How do we do it? Do I share it or do you show it to 6?
I think I have the switcher. I haven't done it in a while. It took me so long to remember the app name, and I didn't want to ask you, so I'm sitting here with my phone like, what is it?
Unfortunately, it's not connected.
Well, god damn it. Share screen?
That's
Is that what I
great.
need to do?
I guess.
Okay, well, you know what? Fuck it. Start broadcast? It's happened before. We've done this before.
You know what? I believe you.
I think
This
I've
is-
done it.
So, here you are. You showed up. Display on Arielle's phone. Here we go. And there it is.
Okay.
Switch your cast.
How do I...
Uh-oh.
Whoop,
There we go.
it is.
Hey-o.
Oh, so
that
someone
thing,
even made
Right?
the comparison. That's great.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought it was him the whole
thought-
time.
Of course.
I didn't even realize... What is that movie from? I like, what was...
3, is that 3?
Oh, three...
No. Oh, look at so the bottom, just below it is what was the
Oh,
daisy?
no, not that one. This... Whoops.
Yeah,
Oh,
you saw it.
I fucked up.
Well, oh well.
This one?
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
It looks like he's in the winter. It's very cold where he is.
That's why I said it's very Revenant. I was like, he just looks like he fought
Oh,
a bear.
Revenant! Now I get it.
Revenant. Yes.
I getcha.
I mean, this
I
is
didn't
just
see
such
that.
a good... It's a
I heard
good
that was really
anyway.
good. I didn't see it. So here's the thing. We're bouncing all over the place, but Devin's here because he missed out on the conversation with you last week. And he is our YouTube guy. And he was like, you guys are talking about, you know, metrics and how to get an audience and all these things. And he's like, what about me?
It would have been nice for her, though.
I really wanted you to come back because with Lieberman here, we didn't really get to dive deep. I want to
Yeah.
know about you. I want to know how you got into all of this stuff. I want to talk about your first car. I want to talk about all this stuff.
Let's do it. Which one you want first?
I don't know. Where do you want to begin?
Everywhere. Let's see. I mean, how I got started with in terms of cars, like I tell this story. It's like if you've seen any espionage or spy movie where it was like, oh, they were groomed into being a spy, that's kind of how it was with cars. So when you look at my grandfather, one was a mechanic and an illegal street racer, and on the other side, my grandfather was a legal racer, so he did slaloms and all of that with like Aston Heelys.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, in Morgans, and then you look at my dad. My dad, when I was a little boy, had this white RX-7, and I was like 2 years old, and so up until I think I was 2, and they would always tell the story that like when I was having a hard time going to sleep, just that exhaust driving me around the block and I'd fall asleep.
Aw.
And so my mom, most parents like tell bedtime stories. She would draw me cars to go to sleep. My first toy was a car. So it was like I had no choice. Like I was pretty much brainwashed into liking cars, and so they've been around me since I could remember.
Wow, that's wild. I had a similar thing where my dad would draw cars, trains, any kind of bulldozers,
anything.
tractors, all that stuff.
Anything with
Yes.
wheels.
And then I was into I'm still to this day. Because I would learn how to draw it too. So then you're learning all the details of the thing. It's not just a thing. You're figuring out what the pieces are. And then I
Yeah.
was fascinated because I knew how things worked.
Did you were you interested in cars, like, again, from, like, the mechanical aspect of, like, how they're assembled, or were you drawn
Not at
to, like, the
first.
design because he was...
At first, it was more like, oh, these are the pieces that make up a car, and I knew more than the people around me, and my peers.
That's cool.
So it made me feel special.
Yeah.
But whatever that feeling, I don't know why that's a passed down, because you got a thing with your dad in cars too. You too? Is that everybody?
Not so much with cars, but with performing it is, because my grandfather was a singer, and then everyone in my dad's family, they were all singers. My mom was a model, and I'm a performer too. So there are definitely like family lineage things.
Oh, for
And there's
sure.
also like there are studies that have shown that there's DNA sense memory. So like there's you can look at that with trauma, but you can also look at that with skill sets and different things that you're interested in, and all sorts of different. It's really interesting.
And he drives around in the 911 that he was brought home from the hospital in.
We learned that story at the it was at BJMU when you brought it. Yeah.
Isn't that
was
crazy?
Such
So
a
cool.
cool story.
Are you kidding me?
Like the history.
Well, yes, a lot of people are happy if they get their birth year 9/11.
Yeah.
This is like the one that he rode home from
Yeah.
the hospital in.
Well,
And what's it called?
Stork.
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 Isn't that great?
The MGB that I drive is a family car like that, but it's not from my family, but it was in one family prior to me, and he got it straight out of the garage. Same birthday as me, by the way. We were dispatched from the garage on the same day.
Weird.
August 9th. Yep.
Fuck me.
August
That's
9th,
so
9 years
wild.
apart.
Happy birthday to you, by the way.
Thank you.
We missed yours and mine.
two,
When's yours?
March
two
23rd.
months
All right, we
late.
got a bit.
Happy birthday to you too. It's just like, actually, I forgot everybody this year.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So
It's like one cake for the whole office.
But it was a similar thing, which is why it was like such a big deal for them to sell this car to
had no
somebody
idea.
else, because it was like he got it when he was young. He started dating his wife. He proposed to his wife. Took the kids to the hospital in the car. Then the kids drove it.
Crazy.
So like it's they have so much like meaning and memory and familial lineage in them, and it's so cool that you have.
How old are you,
those.
ish?
37.
Okay. Are you into old cars?
Yes, but I like the same thing that you hear with a lot of people, like before I was born, like
Right.
those unfamiliar. So I
Sure.
really feel like it's everything from like late 80s up.
Oh, but you're into old cars.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I love analog cars. We tend to feature a lot of analog cars on O Shift, and so like that was actually becoming a problem when we talked with brands. They would be like, "Okay, well,
Right.
we want to see you cover a new car," and I was like, "Not a problem." Got 911 GTS the next week. I was like, "All right,
Oh, that's good.
yeah." But yeah, I love analog cars because I love vehicles that make me feel connected with the road,
Yes.
and I don't like anything that causes a disconnect where there's any sort of like numb feeling. I'm an advocate for technology. I love anything that's going to be innovative, that's going to push us forward, that's going to make the car bigger, better, faster, stronger, Yeah. But at the same time, it's just simple things. Like today, funny story, my grandfather, he was like, "Hey, I want you to go check out this car I just picked up." And I was like, "Okay, what is it?" And he was like, "Oh, I got a Mitsubishi Eclipse Turbo, 5-speed." What?
What?
But
Like
when
a
we-
90s?
Yeah, actually, the 1990, not the 99 one that we're like familiar with from Fast and Furious, but the one right before that was kind of
Wedge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Eagle Talon, Laser Vision.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
Plymouth Laser.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Literally all of those.
Yep.
But it was cool when I checked it out and just feeling a key turn in. I was just
Yeah.
like, man, I miss how much this feels.
The
instead
ignition
of-
lock.
Yep.
Yeah. And that I was like, oh, I completely forgot. I was like, I really just miss those things, just having knobs and stuff like that. I think I'm always, I believe like most people are like the theme of nostalgia is real, right? Like whatever was going on during adolescence, we're going to be drawn to that. And like people are always going to be like, oh, this stuff back here was better than today. So I try to be mindful to not be that person, but like, sorry, like that era from like the 90s, like late 80s, 90s to early 2000s was like peak.
Yeah.
Peak.
You got me. I totally agree. I can't wait to shoot with you and show you Yellowcar because it's only getting more analog.
Yeah.
We spoiler alert. We added some lightness the other day. It started by taking the speakers out of the doors, and then it ended with just leaving the doors off. not the doors, but the entire inner panel, which on a 997 or a modern Porsche is weighty, and it's a lot of material, and there is so much more room in Yellowcar now.
Stuff you don't need.
Plus, you can see the airbags.
So are you thinking about gutting out the rest, or what?
Oh,
is
it's
that?
already. This is near the end.
Oh shit.
There was already no center console or all of that. The tunnel that was already all ripped out. There's no back seats. Everything else is out. It was kind of like, why are you still holding on to these light switches and these all these things? And our shout out to Armando over at TLG. He was like, I'll just Velcro your switches back in place somewhere, and we'll just put the harnesses back and.
Put some blue tack on there, it'll be fine.
Yeah, so what happened was this is a stupid story. It doesn't really matter, but one of the door handle broke on the road trip last time. It was still working, but it was a little flippy floppy because the mechanism had broken on the inside. So that was a matter of they were replacing it, and the door was left off for a day, and I drove home with the door off, and I go or with the card off, and there was so much more room, and the armrest was gone, and it was just like oh. It was like the Joker when he stretches out and he no longer has that shoulder problem, you know?
Yeah.
And I go, this is how it could be. And then I did Breakfast Club on Friday, and Byron and Phil and Jay are a rabbit hole of its own self. And we all just kind of came up with all of the reasons why we should do it. And then when I went to Marco and said, either embrace my madness or tell me I'm crazy. I don't care which one it is, but let's figure this out.
You gotta go one way or the other.
And he goes, it's your car. I don't care.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
he goes, I will say this. He goes, even race cars have door cards. And I was like, that's not why I'm doing it. It's gone, and I like it gone.
Yeah.
There's so much more room in there now.
Do you think there's a happy medium in between, like something custom fabricated that could be done that's like gives you the space and the lightness?
Yeah. I thought that for every single thing I've taken out. And then I never do it. Yeah, the center. Every single thing I've removed, I've thought, ooh, there's a way to refine this, and then I just before I end up refining it, I end up removing something else, and it's a slippery slope.
That sounds about right. Yeah,
it's gonna be one of those cars. I'm take the back glass out next,
Like sand.
full claptrap. It's gonna be awesome.
I can't wait. I'll be like, hey, go check out my buddy Jay's car. So comfortable.
Well, so, that's the truth of it. I'm no longer looking out for Nicole, and I am looking for road trip comfort. And a little bit more room
I get you.
is huge. That's why I took the center console out, because I find compared to an old air-cooled 911, it's very claustrophobic to have that separation between the two passengers. So ours is a modern one, but has that separation like an old...
I'm trying to think how I feel on road trips and cars, because I'm not crazy about big cars in general, but I do think they're more enjoyable for like long term. But all the cars that I've personally driven on road trips have been smaller. Like I've taken my Supra plenty of places. When I had my BMW 3 Series, took that a bunch of places, and like the only thing that was like, okay, this is uncomfortable was like the lower part of your back after a while. And that's like standard, right? But I was never, I don't think
it all comes down to driving position too, because a lot of cars that I grew up with, I was too tall for. So you'd have to get the seat in a weird position that it would always fatigue me there. The 911 never happens. There's so much headroom that I'm just at the right driving position, and it's comfy, 1,000 miles a day, multiple days in a row.
I think not BMW, Porsche is really intentional with everything they do, and I believe they probably would have accounted for that.
Really?
Yeah, more so than anybody else. Just what I've known and seen about Porsche, there's so much attention to detail in a lot of the things they do, and I think if they were putting a seat in a car, it would be, hey, this is a driver's car. And we also have to keep in mind, this is what I believe about Porsche. I don't know if it's true, but like the thing that makes Porsche great is like, it's like a Swiss Army knife in a way. Like you could take it anywhere, any place. It's like, hey, do you want it to be a sports car? Do you want to be able to pull up to the country club? Yep. Do you want to go to meetings in it? Do you want to just be able to drive around? Like it does all those things. So
one car to do it all.
They even have the camp thing. You can put a tent on top. You want to go camping in it? You can go camping in your Porsche. They got it all.
Literally everything.
Yeah.
So I would imagine that they probably kept that in mind too. They were like, hey, this probably needs to have enough support without being a bucket seat, right? Like, but also comfortable because you do have like a majority of their buyers over the years have been older men whose backs probably ain't what they were when they were 20 or 30.
Yeah.
And they want to be able to drive their hot little sports cars and not be in pain.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, right?
I'm no
Isn't that all
chicken.
of us at this point? What would be your cutoff for like the oldest car you'd want to own? Like you said as long as you were alive?
Yeah, I mean, granted, when I was younger, my grandfather was working on he had a couple Mustangs, and one was a 66 with a 302 in it, and I enjoy that car. I just think the older they get, I'm a fan of resto mods. Like I feel like I'm just gonna want to end up doing that.
Is it the convenience or the safety or both?
I would say what I believe in is like improving on your weak points, and so like there's things you'll see with like whether it be the whatever technology was available at the time. I just want to fix those things, and so I do like a balance of creature comforts, but like not unnecessary creature comforts.
It's almost like what makes a car sorted or not these days.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you might get an old car, but it's a way better car today with the things you can do to it than it was back then with X braces and different whatevers.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that. Full resto mod, I don't really get behind just because they put so much modern into it that it's taking away what I liked about the original one.
Gotcha.
It's not, for me, it's not just about the looks, which it seems to be with a lot of people.
Okay.
For me, it's the drive. It's the
I get
feeling.
that.
I'm looking for everything you said. I want to feel it all.
Yeah, and I can support that if it's that way, I'm not a purist, but if it's that way, I want it to just be as it is.
Okay.
It's either we're one side or the other. I don't want to like meet in the middle. It's like go all out with this and make it a hell of a build, or leave it as it was intended from the factory.
See, I'm a mix and match. I like it both because I want that feel and I want the OG nature of it all. But I also don't want my shit to break, and I want it to be top tier if I can make it. So, like with the MG, if something breaks, then I'm like, let's go for the better thing now. Let's go modern.
Stock plus.
Stock plus. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
so I typically agree with that. Yeah.
I'm a city.
Oh. Well. Probably no Breakfast Club or Malibu for a very long time. Oh boy. What if we come get you?
No, I think it's the drive itself.
I don't think it is. I think it's his driver.
Somebody's still alive. Wow.
How are you feeling? How's your heart? He posted that he had a high blood pressure the other day. My checkered list.
What's up?
Says hello to Rylic.
Hey, KT. KT is so. I don't tell a story about him. So as we said before, I'd done music for a while, and KT we produced together for a long. Well, I don't want to say produce together. He's an amazing producer, and we had a partnership for spanning over a decade, and he pushed me into me being my own producer. He's been a huge advocate for everything, for O Shift. Like when you hear the theme song for O Shift, he made that.
No way.
Yeah. So he's been a huge proponent. Like when I was like, hey, I have this idea for talking about. He was like, man, it's about time. Like why would you
I'm waiting for your call.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, I was trying not to do that.
Doing so great.
I'm too old for this now. My eyesight is not what it used to be. I need the bigger iPad. Also, you know how it used to be set up. This was kind of in the.
Yeah, you were.
I was looking right through it, and it was a little bit easier. Now it's kind of like, oh, over here. Yeah, I got that.
It's attached to everything, but if it's not, then I can man that, woman that.
Jeremiah Johnson.
Who's Jeremiah Johnson?
I know that
he
name.
said that two people said that.
What were we talking about that might?
No, it was a while ago.
I think that may be in the character with the Robert Redford.
That's what I'm thinking.
Ah.
Yep, that's it. That's the movie.
The wool guy.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Myron
What's
says
up?
Rylic.
What's up? Love a good what's up.
See, when Johnny's not here, it's very free flow.
It is. It's so great.
It's whatever you want it to be.
He's a big energy. He fills
I love
the
it.
room.
That's what's great about Johnny.
Yeah.
Like what makes Johnny really great is that he can talk.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's
He can hold court.
amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, which is awesome. But also I was like, hey, am I gonna tag team in?
Well,
felt
it's
like the
also
Hardy.
You're dynamic, right? Like
Yeah.
he is the talent, you're camera, you're the producer, like you're behind it. So it's a different
On the Johnny show.
On the
I was like,
On
I
the,
know.
I mean,
Yeah.
my experience of you as you guys interviewed me or whatever, but that's a dynamic between the two of you
Yeah.
also.
Oh yeah, you haven't been here in forever. That's why it feels like it's been a long time. Because
Yeah,
she wasn't.
'cause I was sick
none of
that
us were
week.
here last week, but then you weren't here
But
the week
I was
before.
sick the week before. That's when
We
I
were
was
here.
real
Okay.
bad. Yeah.
Whew. Sorry.
Everybody getting sick.
No, we're
No,
good.
we're
now.
good. We're over it now.
I'm like, all right.
It was her first.
Oh, it got you too.
All three of us got
Yeah.
fucked up.
Okay,
It
because
was
I was.
her first,
You
then
got
me.
me.
But I didn't. I felt terrible. I'm really glad you guys didn't get sick because I felt terrible during all that because I didn't. I felt fine. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Jeez, I was like treating it like Final Destination. I was like, all right, got them. One more before me.
I mean,
Jeez.
honestly, that is COVID to a degree. You're just like looking around you, and then when there's a spike, there's just like everybody
Everywhere.
starts dropping because
Wow.
I don't know anyone before me, but after me, then there were more people. So that I wasn't.
When
even
I
around,
posted
so.
my thing, people came out of the woodwork
Yep.
saying, "Oh, I've got it too. Oh, I've got it too. Oh, I've got it too."
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
And then the person who delivered the groceries said that everyone at the grocery store was all masked up.
Thought you were gonna
Yeah.
say they said they had. Oh, by the way.
Yeah,
I-
that's oh, here's your golden Greg.
I mean,
If you're
I don't
wondering
have to
about the
watch
cough.
groceries anymore, man.
That's hilarious. I didn't even think about that.
Oh my God, your mom is here.
Whose?
Rylic's mom.
Oh,
yay.
hi.
That's so cute. Hi, mom.
Oh, hey. Okay, I was like, my checker list. I was like, oh, yeah. Okay, it makes sense because it's YouTube. Hi.
It's me, Rylic, your mom. That's
What's
adorable.
up?
That's cute.
You're killing it on YouTube. O Shift is very fun. The
Thank
Johnny
you.
Show is very fun. Obviously, it's very Johnny, but that's what it's supposed to be. I kind of want to know what you're enjoying, what we can expect more of. I want Devin to get involved because he's our YouTube guy, and he has his own channel called Auto Journey as well, where they do reviews of parts and stuff. And I'm one of those people who believes that when the tide rises, all the ships come. It's not one of those
absolutely.
you versus us versus somebody else. So anything you want to talk about? I'm fascinated with O Shift. You came on the scene, exploded like an atomic bomb, and it's
Thank
doing really,
you.
really well.
Thank you so much. It's cool to see because I feel like I've watched so many, like I've had a lot of mentors that I don't know, like legends, and Kobe Bryant is somebody who like I just idolized, and so like when you hear Johnny or people talk about my work ethic, it's because like I watched him and I always hear, even though I don't know him, I have that voice in the back of my head like keep going, keep going, keep doing, keep building. But when I would watch a lot of these biopics or like listen to their autobiographies or memoirs, whatever it might be, everybody would always tell the story of like nothing was happening and then all of a sudden it took off, but to everybody it looked like it
Overnight
was like
success.
And Shift started in 2021, and I'm grateful because I had the mentality that if you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. I just focused on the quality, and I was like, I always want the quality to be here and us to keep getting better so that eventually when people do catch up, now they have a whole catalog of things, and there's nothing that's going to take them away from watching episode 1 versus episode 22, right? The same thing you see with Black Mirror. Like if you go back to the very beginning episodes, there's nothing that's like, oh, this isn't good, or oh, the budget, I could see the budget went up season 2. It's a through
Maintain
line.
the consistency.
Yeah, the consistency. And so that's pretty much what happened with O Shift. And you have a lot of trial and error thinking how you want the show to be, what do you want it to be about. And I think the fact that I was just so open and flowing to like letting this turn into whatever it's supposed to be, let it become what it's supposed to be.
Instead of deciding what it is and working towards it.
Yeah, keep in mind, I still do have my markers, and I'm like, okay, this is what I see for us down the line, and we're still moving towards that. But what I wanted to focus on was like, let's just create, like I talked about it before, like I want to create from that spark, and like whatever excites me, create with that, and just keep everything I put out has to give that. And so that's what it ultimately became. But we did have to trim a lot of the fat because it started off, I said this before on the last episode, but I'll just kind of share it again. It was structured like a TV show where you have a 30-minute slot. We have different segments within it. We always had the middle anchor, which was the news, which was like SNL Weekend Update, and that was humorous. But, when we would shop it around to studios and, they would come back, it was what they wanted to turn it into. Some of these big studios was like to make it like almost like the laughing stock of the automotive space because we were funny, and they just completely wanted to turn the dial here. And so I had it one piece of advice that I got from somebody in the meeting that was there with me was like, hey, if this feels like it is stepping away from what you intended to be, don't hesitate, be okay walking away, or be okay saying no, this is not what I want. So I had that in the back of my head the whole time. And when I would, be sitting in these meetings and looking at, okay, where do we want to take our shift? And I was like, that's not where I want to take it. I just had to eventually trust it. And so where that takes us is if I'm sharing on the whole journey, 2021, we started O Shift. We did great with that first season, and then kind of slowed up. I don't know if it was necessarily burnout or just that we had too many ideas coming, and we have all these people telling us what the show should be, as well as
a lot of cooks in the kitchen.
A lot of cooks in the kitchen. And so O Shift looked different before. It was me and a couple other friends. And I think our visions didn't align for what the show was supposed to be. And so a lot of the decision, what I tend to do, and because I'll explain this. One thing about my personality is it's almost like when you're driving and you overcorrect.
Yeah.
That's how I am with things. So I knew that I'm very specific. When I see an idea or I have a vision, you can't change my mind. But because of that, I wanted to be okay, maybe I'm being too rigid. So let me build this around them and not go with my vision. And so I didn't notice, but I was subconsciously making the creative moves that didn't align with what I intended. And then when I decided, okay, I'm just going to go into this full force, and the way it happened, I was like, hey, I want to take this seriously at the top of 2025. And I was telling them, and they were kind of quiet, and nobody really wanted to have any movement. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to run with this myself.
Yeah, I'm not asking for permission.
The moment
this is what I'm doing. Right?
Yeah, exactly. And the moment I did that, out of nowhere, just started you look at the graph, the graph looks insane on YouTube analytics. It's flatlined for years and boom, and it just takes off, and it's just been going ever since. And I look at my decisions and how the show is done now versus then. I do have a team now. I have a different team. I have a team now. And while I love the team, and I'm trying to frame this in the right way, I'm not creating with saying with them in mind, oh, are they going to be okay with this? Or how are they going to feel about that? It's I had to step into this leadership role, which was get this done, do it, and, we'll take a look at everything, and that's where the team could come in and say, hey, these are the areas that we can improve on and things like that. But ultimately, the team, we all just have a collaborative process in terms of where we want to go, how we can all help support build this. But when it comes to the ideas, I just go 100 miles an hour in that direction, just trust my gut every time. And I guess it's, from what I see at least so far, that's it's been working. So
that's why I don't overstep on you, by the way. Everything that he just said, this is your show and your vision. And so that's yes, it is. It very much is. You need the core vision, right? You need the director, you need the core vision, and the team is there to support that vision coming to life. But when, like you said, you've got all these other entities and this one and this, yes, you can spitball, but you get lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
You need the person to steer the ship, and everyone else is we're going to make it happen. We can upload this, we can adjust, we can adjust. But that, I think you beautifully articulated the importance of having the director and having the vision, because everyone else will be there to conspire for your vision.
Yes.
What does Devin have to say about that?
That I agree that you need a creative lead. Or
YouTube, you point to the click over here if you'd like to see this. If you'd like to see this.
Right.
Sorry, Devin, go ahead.
There it is.
Meanwhile, I'm like,
Is my audio coming through okay?
Oh, look, hang on, Devin. Close your mouth, though, if you're going to do that again, though, because this is a magic playset you have not experienced yet.
oh, these are so cool.
You haven't seen this yet.
Oh, I love this. This is great.
Bubbles are the best.
All right. So now I got to explain why my pants are. So, hey, babes, this isn't what you think. I know.
I assure you,
Don't
it's
worry,
bubble
they're
fluid.
clean bubbles.
Listen,
They
right.
disintegrate beautifully. You won't even see.
No, I really was on a talk show. I promise.
Yeah.
No, he does have Letterman's. I promise you.
It's just bubble fluid, babe. Michael Jordan didn't even make it on his high school basketball team. Never give up. Keep going.
Thank you so much.
You brought up Kobe Bryant before. I spent the day with him once. Just the two of us. In my time machine. Yeah, I was trying to see if there was a picture before. I have them on my phone. But when they did I used to be involved with Back to the Future. I don't know if you're not. But when they did the future shoe with the power laces, they had him put it out. And we did a bunch of publicity photos with him in the car. And then I drove him around to like appearances. And we ended up going to Undefeated in Santa Monica to a huge crowd and stuff. Yeah. Ironically, he wanted me to build him a Batmobile. Like a tumbler, which I'm literally selling today. Like, if anybody wants a tumbler, don't forget. I'm your guy. I don't know if we talked about it yet.
Was he a fan of cars, or he just really liked that movie?
No, it was I guess he liked the Batmobile movie, yeah, but he was in the DeLorean because of the future shoe, with the hoverboard and all that.
I remember exactly how that.
So that was why Nike brought me into the mix, but they were like, "Oh, can he drive it?" I was like, "I mean, if he wants to." He couldn't even get in the driver's side. He couldn't even fit with his knees in, because it's such a tiny.
I love it.
Yeah, he could fit in the passenger side, but all of the props and stuff, it was no way.
How is his personality when cameras went
Awesome.
around?
Yeah, I love telling everybody that because I'm not a sports fan and I don't care about the Kobe Bryant of it all. He was just a really decent dude. We talked about his mom. We talked about Philly. He wanted me to build him a Batmobile.
That's
super cool.
By the way, if you want a Batmobile,
That's
Jay
right.
Ryan's are in.
That's right. And if you do want to buy a Tumbler Batmobile, I am the guy to get you a slot. It is true. That is very real. From now till the end of the year, at least, or till we sell them all.
Yeah.
That's really exciting. I
Comes
can't
first.
wait for that one YouTube comment that comes in 3 years and 10 days of, "Hey, do you know where I can get a tumbler?"
Yeah, right?
What? Funny you ask.
Speaking of YouTube, there is a question for you. Porsche or Supra with eyeballs?
Hey, Gino. Also, okay, now this is a perfect. So Gino is also a member of the O Shift team. So if you remember, we were mentioning our boy who's
Yes,
big,
strongman.
and and we were doing the segment that he came up with called "Can He Fit?"
Yeah.
Which is it's so great. I love
hilarious.
Gino is amazing. But this is Gino's clothing line that I'm wearing right
Okay.
now.
Nice.
So
top
it's called
and bottom.
Silo. Yeah. So
Okay.
these pants, all of this. So had to plug him a little bit. Silo, SYLOH.
Is he going to release some baggy clothing at some point?
I don't know. I think he's going with the fitted look.
Those are not skinny jeans.
At all. I love it. It's very, I love Japanese. I love Japanese culture in general, whether it's their architecture, their fashion, their cars, even the TV shows. I don't know. It's something that I love
Like
about
the crazy
it.
game shows?
Yeah,
The crazy
those
game
are
shows are nuts.
insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Or even going back to childhood, like Power Rangers, right? Like that.
Oh my gosh. I'm older. It was Voltron for me.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Cartoon, but it was the same thing.
Do you remember there was this one called Super Samurai?
Super Saiyan.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Saiyan.
Yeah,
Super
yeah.
Saiyan Samurai.
There's something,
I
yeah.
think
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about
Yeah.
too. I think my brother watched it.
I don't know that one.
It was cool. It was at least it was cool when I was 4 or 5. So we'll probably leave it there because it's probably ass right now if I went back and watched.
I brought Devin into the conversation before, and then we bubbled you.
Oh, hey, Devin.
Devin from Auto Journey is here as well. He also produces some stuff behind the scenes for us, and he does the clips and cut downs, and he supports us a lot on our show. So what's up, buddy?
I was just going to add that, Rylic, I think your stuff's great. I checked it out today. I like your storytelling, and I think it's unique from a lot of stuff in the automotive space. So I really enjoyed it.
Oh my God! Thank you so much. I really appreciate
welcome.
that.
That would
Yeah,
explain
it's little
the
things.
growth and the spike.
Yeah, that's so cool to hear because a lot of people mention the storytelling and that's their number one thing. And I guess I didn't realize that I was trying to tell a story this whole time. I was just like, hey, how can we talk about this thing that I think is cool? And that's literally, you're just simplifying storytelling. But it's exciting that people know that, because I'm not, when you think of storytellers, when I think of storytellers, I don't think that's what I'm doing, but I am telling a story. It's like, I think of storytellers of like the great screenwriters or authors, and it's like, because this is based on something real life, it feels like non-scripted, a documentary. It doesn't feel like you're telling a story.
Huh.
But I guess we are.
I think maybe your work ethic might come into play here too, because you have things all sort of sorted and broken down before you're there. You know what I mean? So
that
if you've
makes
got
sense.
bullets in your head, you might accidentally just be telling a good story.
Okay, then that's...
You know what I mean? You might just be
Yeah.
really good at what you do. Some people start out not where, you might have been a little ahead of the game.
That makes sense. Wow. Oh my God. All right. I feel
Maybe.
like I'm
Who
out
knows?
of
What do
like,
I know?
Yeah.
I'm out of my compliment credits. Or- Thank you so much. Yeah, I want to know about your story, your journey, your YouTube.
Well, that's what it started out as. Actually, I was setting out to make a drift channel. I had just gotten a Miata, a 90s Miata, and I was like, I'm going to drift this thing, but money slowed down, and I was working a corporate job, marketing, actually. I think you said in the last episode you were in advertising. So life happened, and then finally I was like, you know what, I'm just going to try this YouTube thing. Like, I'm just going to go for it. So Bronco Sport was hot at the time. My girlfriend had just gotten one. I said, let's go out, film a review. We had no idea what we were doing. I go back and I look at it, and I'm so embarrassed, but it did decent. From there, companies started to reach out and like, hey, check out our product, review it, or all that stuff like that. So that's kind of snowballed. And, we started with a couple hundred subscribers. We're right under 7,000, but I've learned a lot. And it literally, our channel's called Auto Journey because I wanted something that like wasn't tied to a car or a brand or anything like that, something that could grow with us. But it literally has become like our automotive journey, because you see me modify my truck, you see me or my girlfriend work on her Bronco, and you're seeing all this. So as the channel grows, I think it's going to be really cool to go back in time and look and see. You're literally going to see our progression on our vehicles and ourselves, and the quality of the videos too.
All of that. How long has it been now?
So I started the channel in maybe 2019, but it was dormant for or right around COVID. I probably did the first couple episodes, and then 2021 is when we really started to kick it off. So I would say for the past 2 years, we've been pretty consistent on it.
Yeah, it sounded like a similar story where it was kind of just for a bit and then kind of just took off a little.
Yeah.
And there's steps to it too,
Yeah.
Not for you, it sounds like, but usually.
No, but it was like, yeah, I don't.
You know what I mean? Like one video do good, and then it'll be a little bit, and then another one hits, and then they find two more, and
Your baseline kind of changes.
yeah.
I do think that's what's happening with us right now, but the steps are so much higher. So like, again, we went from, hey, we got 200 views on a video to 20,000 is the norm, and that just happened over. So sometimes we have videos that like won't do well, and my therapist gonna talk to me about this afterwards, but I have this.
Please let it out.
I know. All right. Any tissues? I know we have.
Yep,
We do
we
have
got you.
Just get them out.
No, I have. I like to. I think I probably attach worth to what
Effort,
I do.
right?
Yes.
For
Yeah.
sure.
So yes.
And so like,
Yeah.
when something bombs, it's like I forget all the good things, and it's like, oh, this is hell. Oh shit, they're about to kick me off of YouTube. Get out of here, your shit sucks. You know? And it's just like,
That's real.
it's not the case, but I have to remind myself that constantly, especially because there was a video, I'm not going to say which video it was, but there was a video I was really, really excited about. And this has happened a couple times where I was like, this is going to be the one because of what we're talking about.
Yep.
And it's like, in terms of viewership, it's one of the lowest we ever did. But some of the things that I was just like, I'm just going to do, like there was a video that we did on the Alfa Romeo GTV, the 2002, which I thought that video was ass. I was like, man, I didn't really get to take my time with this car and have more time with it. people love that video. It got like 50,000 views, like easy.
The
And I was
throw,
just,
it's like the ones that you spend the least amount of thought and time on.
Yeah.
They're the most authentic, and that's what people really connect with. That's when you're like in that grounded energy of authenticity and excitement, and you're not thinking about it. And
So
like,
there's
have
such
a
a
lobotomy.
mindfuck because you work so hard.
There's
on the other
nothing
ones.
more frustrating than
Yeah.
everything you're both talking about.
Yeah.
You put so much time and effort and thought into
100%.
something, and you're sure it's going to hit, and then I'm driving down the road with my wife, and I see a thing on the back of a truck, and we're like, "Oh, isn't that funny?" And it gets 20 million views.
Yeah, it's true.
It's not representative of our channel, so it doesn't add into subscribers because everyone's like, "Oh, what's the rest of this shit? Oh, it's not funny roadside videos.
Yeah.
I'm not interested." So like, there's just no win whatsoever.
None.
And it's so frustrating because it's like, if this is what everyone's into, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah. I
It's even real.
think the solution is just have a lobotomy and
Yeah.
start
Yeah.
posting
Well, I
from
like
there.
what you said about doing it for yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you're trusting your own gut and making a product you like, then who the hell gives a shit what anyone else
that
thinks?
part. Yeah.
Well, that's tough when it's fine in the beginning when we're like here. Once you get to there where it's a business, that's tough.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you dealing with that? You must be combating it now, like right as we speak.
Quite literally, yeah. I think what I try to keep in mind is what I said on the last episode is that like we're still pretty green and pretty new here, and then even though we have like 33,000 subscribers now, which is still crazy because we had
In a few months.
Yeah, we had 400. I think we grew another like 10 since.
Since your appearance on
Yeah.
this show. Yes, well, you're welcome, of course.
I know. I mean, I didn't want to say it. I was like, I want to cut him a check. Jesus. But I have to remember that we're still in infancy stage compared to where we're going to be later. So not to be so worried about getting into the weeds of what we're creating right now, you know, because our audience, the majority of our audience still hasn't found us. So just keep putting out things, keep doing things, don't worry, and like something's gonna land. It's gonna things are landing right now, but just not to get so into the weeds and be so granular about like, oh, it has to be this specific thing. I just don't want to be sending ourselves like false readings, like, you know, like false positives essentially.
Right.
Yeah.
Or put yourself in a box too early.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Pigeonholed. Right.
And also, it's
Security,
sometimes
get him out of here.
I know he's not here. He's not here. But it's also about looking at the breadth of work and looking for the patterns of like, okay, these are my top 10 best videos. How did they start? What was the energy? What was I talking about? Like, what is it about these that everybody fucking loved? And
Well,
that's
but then
really
who
hard
you
to
working
figure
for?
out.
That's where the intuition of what I'm making conflicts with what the audience wants.
Yeah.
That was my question. Like, how do you deal with that? You
Yeah.
just serve the audience.
Well, no, I mean, I think it's a mixture of like you have to keep showing up and doing what you do, but also if you have data, look at the data and look at what people really connect with, and then it's like, okay, can I do more of that? Is that where I'm at? Is that actually aligned with me? And if it is, how do I create more of that?
So you use it more as a check-in versus as this dictates your behavior.
For sure.
Okay,
Because
that
I
makes
also
sense.
am not good at like interpreting the data. I just take a lot of classes on this shit, and I'm like, I watch other people do this stuff. I'm not good at this for myself, but for other people, fantastic.
It resonated hard when Johnny was here last week and he was talking about, and then I went down the rabbit hole
Yeah.
of like, this is what you should do on YouTube. Here's the 10 things you must do on YouTube.
or
in
you'll die.
2025. Yes. Or your channel is, exactly, bam.
Everyone's going to say that. And the algorithms change. Everything changes. So
This
you
is-
really do have to be yourself.
Yeah, what I'm going to say that I know from the advertising space of being there for 10 years, nobody knows what the fuck they're talking about. The
100%.
algorithm is literally built so that you cannot manipulate it, so that you cannot dictate
You're not
their
supposed to be
marketplace.
able to.
You cannot, especially like YouTube is powered by Google. Google is like the biggest. Google is like the brainiac of like you cannot. Like I've seen data points that are collected on just small interactions, and it's billions of things. Like the human brain can't even process that. So it's like, just use common sense, and that's it. And the common sense thing is like, post when your viewers are likely going to be on. You don't want to post in the middle of the night if your viewers aren't like 8 hours ahead where they're going to be awake, right? Things like that, like simple things. Make sure it's something that's going to catch their attention right away, but not catch their attention in the way that it's going to send people off. So our thumbnails, that's why like I have a specific design language for our thumbnails, that's for two reasons. One, it's to draw you in and be like, oh, this is cool. But also, most of the traffic comes from YouTube recommendations. So that means people are seeing something and seeing something else of yours. So what's going to happen? Eventually, you're going to know right away, this is shift. Like, I know what I'm getting into over there.
Brand consistency.
Yeah, we've struggled with that here.
Yeah.
No,
it's
but you have a template. Like, there's a template. So
Mm-hmm.
when we see, like, when I open up YouTube, I immediately see our stuff, and I'm like, oh, yep, that's us.
Yeah,
Or
me too.
Kimmel
But
or
I
this
just
or
kind of
that.
mean like if you spend some time on this channel, that's all over the place. Some shows are good, some shows are unwatchable. Some shows, I have bootlegs of me going to Bruce Hornsby concerts and filming Mandolin Rain and stuff, on
But
our
I think
channel,
that's-
building Ghostbusters cars.
that
The
stuff's cool
people
too.
who are here, all of you amazing people who are watching live, and everyone who's going to be watching later, it's true. Like, y'all are here because you probably like this chaos that we bring, and you like
So
Jay.
okay, but I agree with that. So yeah, and we have the 4,000 or 5,000 people that we've always had. Okay, we've got them, but then how do you find new people? You know what I mean?
I think YouTube's really good at making connections between different things. So like when I watch a podcast with somebody, YouTube will start to recommend another podcast that I've never watched with that person. So with the podcast, that's one way to do it.
Okay.
Or titles or news or things like that. You need Google to be able to make the connections. Oh, you watch this. Check out Jay's Late Night Playset. They talked about that, or they had that guest or whatever.
Interesting.
I think
that makes
for,
sense.
In this
Make it
situation,
easy
that
for the
might be one way
computer
to
to
do
read
it.
your stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why it is important at times. Like this isn't something that necessarily applies to. It does, but relevancy. So like if you're talking about things happening right now, current events, because people are searching those things, and so you're gonna be tied to things that people are doing. And so the reason I'm telling this is it's not so much about like you always being current, but like if you're doing things like that, again, it's based on they're saying, hey. They posted this video. James watched this video. We're going to show it to the people that watch things like what James watches, and then
That's
so
simple.
it's just like that cascade effect.
So really, but the only negative to that is that de-incentivizing people to be original, because if they're trying to say, oh, this content's not like anything else, where do we put it?
No, I think the originality comes in storytelling. How you tell the story. How like. That's
nice.
Wow,
Nothing is
universe.
original.
Easy for you to
Literally
say.
nothing is original, if you really think about it. No story has never
Yeah.
been told. No one has.
Yeah, well,
there
I
is
know you're
nothing
everything everywhere all at
truly
once.
new.
I agree.
It's,
Full metaverse guy over here. I agree.
Yeah.
You're right. So if you zoom out far enough, who's copying who? I don't know.
Yeah.
and it's
maybe you're
really
right.
like what people.
Well,
connect with
no,
and
you know what?
who-
This is still irrelevant because like this show is probably more like Steve Allen or like Jack Parr than anything on the internet.
Sure.
But the internet doesn't have a registry of Jack Parr or Steve Allen. They predate the internet. And they weren't Johnny Carson or David Letterman or any of the people after them. So it's one of those, like, I don't know, should I start tagging
Well,
Dick Cavett in all of our
no,
stuff?
here's something really interesting though. I'm getting more into burlesque now. I'm like finding my way back to dance and all of this stuff, and so I have
Should I go to the wide shot? Sorry.
So I have some homework to go down the Burlesque Hall of Fame and like choose a performance, do a little book report, whatever. But when I was going down that pathway, I would click on a video and then want to go see more from that specific performer, and I didn't realize that the playlist on it was on Burlesque Hall of Fame's playlist, so I assumed naturally that it was their videos. It wasn't. Their playlists were made up of other people's posting videos. So like that's another thing to think about in terms of like who you feel like our audience would connect with is like what do you want? You're like have fun making a playlist.
I mean, I do that because our YouTube channel is my YouTube channel. It's my private YouTube channel from all these years. So like it's hooked up to my Apple TV, so I watch and like things all the time. But those playlists are
creating a
hidden.
playlist.
I get it,
yeah.
but they're hidden. And you're saying maybe I should make some
Yeah.
public ones.
Because that's how I found
Well, that
different
makes a lot of
accounts
sense.
last night or like 2 nights ago. And I didn't even realize. I thought I was on Burlesque Hall of Fame, and I was like, "Oh wait, I'm not. I'm down someone else's rabbit hole. Well, let me see what they got." And so it was a really interesting realization for me. now I'm like literally talking this out loud for myself and my channel too, because I wouldn't have thought of that, but I didn't even know that I could make a playlist of other people's stuff.
We haven't even gotten into her yet. I haven't even told you about her yet. She wasn't here last time. I said you got to meet her. She's a sex coach. She's got a channel called Pleasure Producer. She's got a channel called Birds and Bees Don't Fuck. Are we allowed to say that?
I love good branding. That is Birds and Bees Don't Fuck.
My course is called Fuck Like the Movies, and my podcast, my show is called Birds and Bees Don't Fuck.
And professionally, she's a intimacy coordinator in the film business.
Oh, I
TV
think we briefly talked about that at Helms.
So briefly,
yeah.
And I do the Distinguished Gentleman's Drive, which is in 2 weeks.
Yeah, sign up.
Sign up.
Your lead car right here,
I
Yellowcar.
got the link in the thing. It's a very small drive this year because I just don't have the capacity to produce it. But we're there. We're happening. It's happening. We're raising money. We got 14 cars.
You just do the same loop as last time, right?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
I have a different. I'm stealing locations. I'm still stealing locations because Paramount Ranch wanted me to pay them, and I'm like, I'm not going to pay you. If I had money, I'd pay you. I'm not paying you.
Yeah.
So we're going to start at Starbucks. Everybody could buy their own coffee, go for a wee, or we'll be off to the races. Yeah. Very slowly in old cars.
If you have to go for a wee at any point, you help yourself. You know where it is.
Yeah, yeah. That's really cool. I have like so many questions now.
Let's get to just a few of the top ones.
What sex? That's the first one?
Yeah.
No, there's so many questions that I literally don't know the first one to ask, so I'm gonna pick your brain afterwards, and then maybe I could come back on and like
now that you know,
have a chat about like sex and all of that.
Let's go.
That's super fun.
Sex and cars, man. They're.
Oh yeah, what do I know about the connection of sex and cars? What car was that? That the the center console was designed in a specific way because the guys were complaining about getting roadhead. It was.
Oh, that's fine. I went a different direction
I don't
on
know
that
anyone who would
one.
complain
I was
about
thinking
getting
about how
Yep,
if they were if they were they would like hit the there was something that like they would either hit it into gear or something.
Yeah. First of all, let me just say I don't trust enough men behind the wheel regularly. I'm not giving you fucking roadhead.
Yeah.
I did that when I was younger. I'm not doing it now. You will be way too distracted.
Leo says, and this is interesting because I've run into this as well, except that I've posted in the middle of the night and it's done way better than stuff posted at the recommended time. Yeah, it's
just a gamble
how do you
every
hit?
time.
So
and
that-
that's valid too. I mean, it depends on the platform also.
So
Very
I was
much
gonna ask. So like, there's certain things, right? I don't know what Leo is posting, but for us, a lot of viewership for the Toyota MR2 came from Japan. And what time is Japan awake?
Yeah.
So I could see
And it
that
would be content with him too. It could be something like that.
Yeah.
So I know for sure if we post in the evening, it does really well, and it does well for certain types of cars. If I post, like I've posted a couple American cars in the daytime, and those did well then, but other cars that I posted in the daytime did not do well. And I think it could be the demographic. I don't know. He could just be like, no, I'm talking about shit in Detroit. And I'm like, I don't.
Well, also, and if I know we're talking.
Ford's moving
specifically-
their headquarters, by the way, if anybody doesn't know that.
To where?
3 miles down the road
Oh wow.
to where the design plant used to be.
Okay.
We're speaking
Just read about it today.
specifically around YouTube, and I don't know how much of a search engine YouTube functions as, but TikTok specifically is a search engine. So really and truly, it does not matter when you post on TikTok as long as it's a searchable thing and it can understand what your content is. So like
Hate it.
every platform is just so different.
TikTok's algorithm is god awful for people creating things. It's good for what you're searching. Every time I post a video, they'll randomly like tag what it's supposed to be. I posted a
Yeah, they get it wrong.
Ferrari 355 and they called it a car that didn't even exist. It was like it was like a Porsche CC88. And I was like, what car is this? They do it all the time. Or like I posted every time I look and it's like the thing search more of, I'm like, how is this even related? I gave you all the hashtags. What are we doing here?
It's also such a platform where it's just like you're just like talking to camera like this. Like it is really interesting when you're thinking about repurposing your content and how it functions on all these different platforms and who likes what and what. It's like it's such a mind fuck. It really is like master one, stick to one. Anything else is like a lovely little cherry on top or something. Some people are real good at it, but I'm not.
Yeah. what I've learned about TikTok is that what does well there is like low quality. People just want to be in your shoes, like seeing what you're doing in real time. So anything.
There's a dog in here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I got very confused. I thought I unplugged the cable
Now
or
you gotta
something.
now you gotta show him. Now you gotta
Yeah,
show
you
him.
gotta show the dog.
Bentley wants to say hi.
You never want to be in a scene with a dog or a baby because they will steal the show, and this is proof.
If you've ever been up to GVBC, you've probably met Bentley before.
Come on, Bentley.
Don't be shy now.
Right?
You're doing all that cussing on camera. It's
Right?
not gonna go.
Oh,
what
my
a
God.
sweetie. Hi, Bentley.
This is Bentley.
What a
Say hi,
gentleman.
Bentley.
Bentley needs a bow tie.
What breed is Bentley?
He's a Schnauzer mix.
I have a Westie Terrier, so
I was
like
thinking
when her
Westie. It looked like a giant Westie.
Yeah.
when her hair's like crazy. Oh, I'm so sorry. I called your dog's hair crazy. When her hair is
he's not pronounced.
seasoned, that's
So cringe.
It's like I'm done.
I just
Bentley's,
really
like,
feel
very
like that
cringe,
dog
Rylic.
needs a bow
Very
tie. You know? Or at least the face he was given. He was given bow tie face.
Yeah, I think Bentley and I both need to go to the same. We both need a little
Yeah.
cleanup.
Rosie just got a haircut. I was finally able to take her after being sick for so long because that bitch was a fucking mess.
Oh, your dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's your
She
dog?
gets-
Your dog's elderly. How's your dog?
Yeah, she's doing okay.
Can I say
I
that?
have to
Can you
carry
say?
her up and down the stairs now. She's a
Yeah.
Shih Tzu. But when I first moved back to this country and I was traveling around with her,
But I'm gonna go to the bathroom while she
he's
goes.
gonna go on a bathroom break.
Yeah. I knew it was gonna happen. I didn't go before the show.
I used to. We're all old now. We all need to go to the bathroom at whatever time. But we came back to this country and I would like travel and I'd have to go in and out of stores, I just had a Trader Joe's bag, just like a regular, with the blue, a fucking canvas bag. And so she just learned that was her bag. Like, oh, we're gonna go somewhere cool now. So I would throw her in the bag, whatever. And so when I had COVID, I was like, I cannot be carrying this bitch up and down the stairs because I live on the second floor. I'm in Hollywood. I'm like, this is too much. So I was like, you know what? We're doing the Trader Joe's bag now. So now when I take her for a walk, she steps into her little harness. I clip on the harness. She steps into her little Trader Joe's bag.
That's
I
so
get her little
cute.
booty in there, and then I carry her up and down the stairs in the Trader Joe's bag.
Oh, my
so
God.
It has been an improvement to what we've had to do to adjust. She's 12 and a half, bad hips, doesn't do stairs anymore. She had surgery a year ago. And after the surgery, she was like, oh, I can just be carried up and down. I'm never
Like,
going up a stair again.
Yeah, like y'all got me fucked up. You think I'm walking?
Yeah, so
Bitch.
she gets top tier treatment, but she's doing okay. But she doesn't really come to car shows anymore. It's a little much for her. I have a little stroller, so I have a little flag. Yeah, you saw her in that. Yeah, you met her. So, if I'm gonna go to stuff, which I haven't even been around either, she goes in her little stroller.
Oh
no,
Oh no!
everything's
Did you
blue.
take us off the air? Oh shit! Oh no! But you gotta be careful.
Oh god.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're back.
We're back.
Awesome.
Woo!
So,
That was close.
Anyway.
For those of y'all listening, there was an earthquake in Los Angeles. Just
Yeah,
took
very
out
brief.
The,
It
yeah,
was wild.
Now they're
Yeah.
gonna think it's connected to me going to the bathroom.
I'm.
That's
Hey,
what have you heard?
Listen, I don't know. I heard your pH balance a little off. It's a little too.
We still have that peephole over here, so
Oh
we're
my
just watching.
God. We just finished a whole rebuild the studio rewire thing, and then there's a shower behind this wall, and it started leaking in the unit downstairs. And they were like, "Nice studio. We got to take your wall out."
Oh,
Yeah. So we're all back together.
Love your work, but we're gonna destroy it now.
Love that for y'all.
That looks just like your dog.
Alex just said it.
Oh.
Alex also works on those shifts.
Oh, nice.
Alex,
Yeah,
so
we got a whole team.
let me talk about
Please.
the team a little bit.
Please.
Yes, please.
So, Alex, who you just saw, is our friendship started because we were for years playing Forza Horizon together, and just like for hours, like 10 hours would go by, and we're just like driving these cars together, and then we would be doing it in person, things like that, just like hanging out, going to meets or drives, and then we talk about cars, and the crazy thing about Alex, so my birthday is January 27th. His is January 26th. We are so similar.
Two
but
Capricorns or Aquarius?
Yeah.
Aquarius.
Very similar, but also
distinctively different enough where
Yeah.
he has his voice, his design language, I have mine, but it just meshes so well all the time. And so I was like, come, you're doing this on the video game? Let's do this in real life. Like, come experience this. So you're gonna be seeing a lot more of Alex.
Oh, cool.
On Oh Shit. You met him when I think, were you there when I brought that Julia quadrifolio that was like white and carbon?
Ooh.
I was driving my buddy Luis's. Anyways.
That sounds familiar. Red interior?
No, it's like you'll notice it has a big carbon wing. It's like, so it's one of the only GTA M builds, which is like the.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, you would have known it because like
Okay.
no other Julia looks
Okay.
like it. Anyways,
Okay.
that weekend I had a couple of the guys with me. So yeah, when I was looking at Oh Shit, there were a couple things that I was like really specific about. I wanted to make sure that whoever joined the team, that it like was completely aligned. That one, they were bringing something that was uniquely them, and then two, that they also saw the vision through. And I was like really specific, like I worked my ass off. So like going back to the Kobe thing, I will go 110 because that's just all my brain wants to do. It wants to see it through, see it. I can't not, if I do less than, I won't get sleep, which causes me to do less than. So I just go above and beyond. And so when I was like,
That's still an anxiety machine, though. How do you deal with that? Sorry to interrupt.
I'm not.
Okay, right.
No.
It's a balance. It's a balance.
Not it.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not actually medicated right now. You know, I think what I try to do is just like listen. Everything boils down to just listening to like my inner voice, my body, and like it'll. When I know I need to rest and take a beat, I will. I
Yeah.
do have guardrails around like, okay, these are the days that I'm typically going to film during the week, so I know what I'm getting into. These are my rest days. These are the days that I edit.
That all works great till you get busy.
Yeah, that's it.
And then all of a sudden it goes, oh, I'll just skip that one break and then skip that next break. And it's like not meditating. Like all of a sudden you're done. You're
Yeah.
off the track.
Yeah.
Yep.
Honestly, because of the team, like Alex, Gino, Wilton does our a lot of our graphic design. So like if you see animation and things like that happening, like the O Shift logo, how it moves,
Yeah.
gears, like he does all of that.
Oh, wow.
Our buddy Edgar, who also directs as well, they really genuinely care about me and making sure I get rest. So Gino will always be like, because I'll be working and I'll forget to eat, and Gino's like,
Totally.
You need a
to eat."
sandwich, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
Alex is like,
Great.
that's my
So you have a
brother.
support
He's like,
system.
Yeah, so they make sure, which is great, they make sure that I'm like remembering to be a human, which is like very important. So I think that's how it's happening. I think my checks and balances really came from the team in a way I wasn't expecting. Like, I'm getting shit done, you know, I'm helping them here, they're helping me there, and it's just making sure that everything's kind of like running smoothly. And I think that goes back to making sure that the team is curated, because I wanted to make sure that everybody that was here had the passion for it, right? And like, this is because it takes a lot. Like, we're building something from the ground up. Like, that's another thing too. I'm sure everybody's experiences here is like, when you're building something, like, it takes way more than you actually understand
much.
to build something. Like, even if you have all the templates, the blueprint, everything of how to do it, you watch people, when you actually get behind the driver's seat, it takes so much more. And like, again, sometimes you do have to do that thing where you're mentioning, where I kind of go into the reserve of sleep or rest, and I'm like, okay, well, I just need to get this done. It requires that, and it requires operating as if, like, doing things now.
Big time.
There are a lot of people that can't. A lot of people are short-sighted, and they want to like look at things like, okay, well, what is happening right now? Or like, I've had this happen where it's like, we have this big deal coming, and you're worried about like this shoot right now, and it's like,
We got to get this thing out of the way.
Yeah.
and it's exactly, and it's like, we like do these things, we have this big thing coming, and so now I know definitively with the group that I just mentioned, all those names right there, these are people that are committed, have their best interests, and now that these things are happening, I'm able to be like, okay, we're like here, like now you have a payday. Now you're actually getting to see like and have these moments. But I like, again, it was something that I just had to watch and be mindful about as I was doing, and just seeing how people's actions played out, right? Like, because story old as time, like actions don't line up with words, right? And so I just had to keep
Talk the
making
talk,
sure.
don't walk the walk.
Yeah, and I think too, like when you're doing something going above and beyond, when the pressure's on, you really see what people are made out of, and you'll start to notice pretty quickly if they have it in them or if they don't. And a keyword, another therapist talk, my therapist says like capacity. You have to realize like, because I fall in love with potential, like that.
Yeah, you can't,
Same
and you have
here.
to be honest. Like I'm very honest about my capacity. I'm currently pulled in so many fucking directions, and I'm just like, this is what I have the capacity to do, this is what I don't have the capacity to do, because I can want to do everything, and I can want to, you know, do this and focus on that and build this and build that. You as an individual have to know what your capacity is, and you have to, as a leader, be able to ask people, do you have the capacity for this, or do I need to come up with a different plan?
Right.
Like, that's an important thing that, you know, whenever I am in that leadership position and I'm working with a team, it's like, what do you have? I need you to tell me what you have the capacity for. Can you take this on, or do I need to shift it into something else or do something?
And a key thing too is also knowing your team, right? Because you could say you have the capacity, and
Correct. That's where I was going with it. It's like everybody thinks they do until
Sometimes you gotta teach people how to figure out their own capacity too.
Oh, and
that's a part of being a leader too, is like helping people learn that lesson.
usually by the time you're asking the question and you already know the answer.
Yeah.
Because if you have to ask the question, it's usually for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the situation and the point of planning and where you're at, but you know, it's kind of the part of the delegation process.
Exactly.
I guess by the time I'm asking, I know exactly what you're talking about, like from previous production experience.
Yeah, it's really what all partnerships are, right? Like I shouldn't have to ask. If I have to ask for this thing, then it's probably not a well-oiled partnership.
This may not, this may not be a good fit.
Also, as the sex coach and relationship coach in the room, we make assumptions all the time. And so something that you do here in relationships...
We people, not we sex coaches.
No, we people in relationships
Sorry.
make assumptions all the time. And the thing that you hear all the time is, I shouldn't have to ask. Now, it's one situation if this is a repeat pattern and you have expressed something repeatedly and that person is not taking it on and not recognizing and adjusting behavior, that's a different conversation. But most often we're just assuming, well, people should know. They should know what I want. They should know what I need. I shouldn't have to tell you. Yes, you fucking should. I can't read minds. I don't know what you need. I don't know where your capacity is. I don't know who you are. Like, I don't, you have to express your needs in order for them to be met. So when people are like, you should know, if it's a job and it's a job description and it's like,
That's
this
where I
is
go.
like but even within job descriptions, oftentimes people are just assuming that the other person knows what you need them to do, or assuming that they know what the tasks are for this specific job. And even within production.
Yeah, if I hired you, I do expect you to be able to do it. We shouldn't have to have this conversation. That is definitely my business.
But you need to tell that person also
Tell them what?
it is.
I do.
You know what I'm
that.
talking about?
Yes.
I can't just assume they know how to do a job, but I wouldn't hire somebody that way. Just assume. So you got this, right? Okay, cool. Like,
Yeah, but a lot of people do, especially in
well,
the
then they're
DIY
asking for
world.
it. Then they're asking for it.
Yeah, I agree. That's the point. That's exactly what I'm saying. When you're like, well, you
Got
should
it.
know. It's like, well, did you tell them?
Yeah, I do
So that's the
tell,
difference,
by the
yeah.
way. So like, what helped with me in any career that I had was like, I annoy the fuck out of people. I ask all the questions so I don't ever have to ask you a question
Exactly.
again. And so on the flip side of that, I also am telling you all the things so that I don't have to tell you anymore. So usually that is my process. I tell you these things, this is how it's gonna work. Also giving you the space to like, and I don't even want to call it autonomy, but like letting you know you can come to me and ask more if you need to. And like one of my things is communication.
Yeah.
Communication is so important. You let me know ahead of time, we
We solve anything
Right.
if I know.
we can solve it. But yeah, so I think that's all those things are checked off before I get to that stage, which is like, hey, this ain't really working.
And I'll tell you what, people really don't like the question, what happened? Even if you're just, like, as a producer, when I've asked people, like, we talked about this thing, tell me about what happened there. Then you're a fucking asshole because you're holding someone accountable and just asking, like, we talked about it, so what happened?
When you were here last, we talked briefly about Hot Wheels, and
Yes.
Johnny took that in a whole nother direction.
Where do we go with that? Hell.
I'm guest judging on October 4th down at El Segundo at Mattel for the Hot Wheels Legends Tour.
Ooh.
And I'm excited about that. But in trying to tell everyone about it, Johnny wanted to talk about something else the other day. So I figured I'd just bring it up now that you're here alone.
So Avenue Magazine is coming back. I'm just kidding.
Is that anything you would ever be involved with?
I would love to.
Oh yeah? Well, you should come, at the very least.
Yeah, Hot Wheels, I'll say an event. Do you remember, do you know Rashad that's motoring?
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
So he put on the Black History Month event that
Yes, with
Hot
Hot
Wheels
Wheels.
Yeah.
put on with him, and that was my first time seeing that many of my people in one space and being like, oh, we're really here. We're like,
I'm not odd man out. Is that
That
what you
was
thought?
such a great event.
yes, yes, exactly that. But also just like, while you're having that thought, it's a whole different, like, it does something to your brain chemistry when you're seeing it happening there.
Do your cells relax a little bit?
Yeah, it
Okay.
was. I was elated. It was just like, oh, this is so cool. And okay, I'll be completely honest. As an African American and queer going into.
Wait, what?
I'm
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That was
That's
good.
terrible. I'm sorry.
No, it was a great follow-up to last week. It was brilliant. I'm really glad that you can joke and you have a sense of humor. When I found out that you like worked on SNL, I was like, my people. When I first came on here, I was like, they're gonna think I'm a fucking asshole because I'm just all I know is sarcasm. And then when I saw you, I was like, oh, okay.
We're all a bunch of assholes over here.
I love it.
Yeah, you should have met my wife, man. She was king asshole.
Oh, she was.
She really was.
Fucking firecracker, that
She
one.
really was.
That's
King
serious.
asshole.
I love assholes.
You mentioned road trips before. Is that something that you do?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I actually finished the point. I was
Yeah,
like,
good.
I was gonna be like Hot Wheels, back to
Hot
Hot
Wheels,
Wheels, but
yeah.
no, we did talk about it.
Well, we'll see you on October 4th if you come down.
I would.
It'd be great.
Yeah, I would.
I want to
absolutely.
offer also,
I
as
wanna
someone who is
introduce-
not black, that was fucking extraordinary for me
The Hot
too,
Wheels.
to be in that
Mhm.
space and just see the community and see everyone show up because there's just not spaces like that.
At
And it
all.
was fucking incredible.
And that's like what O Shift is about, is making it a safe space
Yeah.
for people across, like whether you're black, whatever your orientation, your religion is, if you're disabled,
Women, queer, like-
yes, like one of the things I enjoy doing is because I'm meeting people now and I have connection to, a lot of the prominent figures in the space. I'll be at car meets and like if I see that awkward kid that just doesn't know like who to talk to or he's being shy just by himself, I'll go talk to them and bring them into conversation. You probably see me do it, like or maybe you didn't know, but I'll like bring people around and I'm just like, hey, meet so and so. I just really love making people feel included. Like that is
Frank up on the mountain? Frank with the Miata, the white Miata with
Yes,
all the
yeah,
stickers?
yeah.
He's the same exact way as you. You guys become like ambassadors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I gotta make sure you feel welcome. Make sure you go talk to so and so. He's really cool. And meet so and so. She's cool.
Yeah, I love that. That's what
Yeah.
because pointing to what I was going to touch on before was being black and queer when I would walk in.
Wait, what?
I'm
I'm sorry.
Walk into these spaces, they like, it's really uncomfortable when you know that all eyes are on you and not always for the good reasons. Like a lot of it is like, what are you doing here? Or
Yeah.
like even if people aren't
Is that? Do you get that? He's African American. He's queer. What's he doing here?
like nobody said that to me,
But you feel
but
it.
Yeah, that's definitely how
you're
I.
out of place, you know it.
Yeah, that's definitely how I feel, because just society in general, and then you see a lot of people that do make up the car culture. They support the things that are against my existence, my being, right? So I'm walking into the space already like, I am not one of you, right? So I'm standing out in that way. And then I used to had colored nails, right? So then I'm walking in there, I'm like flamboyant, or I have braided hair. Like, it's all these things that don't align with your doing. But there's also an elitist thing that happens in the car community, because there's a lot of snobby people that like have the money, and they're like pulling up in their Bentley GTs or whatever it is, their Grand Coupes, like that cost, well into the six figures. And so it becomes a thing of like access, and like, oh, well, you shouldn't be here. Or I've seen it, like, let me tell you, I've gone into a lot of car spaces, and people now have been like inviting overall collectively. I think just I try to be charismatic and going above and beyond.
You're a very nice person.
Thank you. Sometimes on camera.
Well, when I met you the first time, you were a very nice person. So I go, oh, he's a nice person.
Thank you.
I like him. He's nice.
And see, that's because you're a nice person. They were filmed at the the Rodeo Concourse. Beverly Hills Television was filming something, and I tried to go up and speak to like the producer or whoever it was, just talking. He was so like disgustingly standoffish that the person didn't even hear the conversation. They were like, ew, like, why was he like, just completely, and I could tell I was there with like a crop shirt, this black guy had the grill in my mouth, all that, but he was super nice to these like white people that were right there. And then when I was there, it was just kind of like, go off. But I could have been like, hey bro, whatever you're making right here, I've seen your fucking channel. Like, I can do that 10 times over. Like, but it was just like, you wouldn't give me the time of day. And that thing happens, and sorry, like, I'm not gonna make this a messy thing.
No,
it's your time.
But
your time.
I can tell you there are people, because now I have this partnership with Johnny Lieberman, which is amazing, because like, he's a legend in the car space, and I've looked up to him in so many capacities. But being next to him, I have access because of proximity, right? But there are people, I have literally experienced that, where somebody told me their mission statement with their business did not support what, like, they wouldn't allow me to film. They gave me the whole runaround, right? Saying I couldn't film here because of privacy, blah, blah, blah. They saw Johnny. I was a few feet away, offered it immediately. Oh, you want to come here and film? And like, not a problem, anytime. Then they look at me, Johnny, without even saying, says, hey, have you met Rylic, my partner? And then they look at me like jaw dropped, and they're like, oh, is this the partnership you were talking about? I was like, one of them, but you didn't even give me the time of day, because I didn't pull up in my Supra that day, or because I was like looking pretty urban.
You'll remember these. Mm-hmm. We've all got a list of them. When I make it big, I won't give them the time of day. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, most people don't look at me. They don't look at me and engage with me in conversation unless they're sexualizing me. So I get it.
Yeah, it's
a different experience than being a white dude in the space. It just is.
Like, absolutely. And sorry,
unless
white
you're
dude
into
in
white
space.
dudes, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like.
That's going to be the new name of the podcast, by the way. We're going to switch it again. White dude in the space.
White dude in the space.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the space. I'm the white dude.
I'm the white dude. I love it.
And also when you're in spaces where you know that you're the odd one out, and those people are actively putting money and voice behind things that will literally harm you. It's
you know what I mean?
different...
She's worse. You're apologizing. She gets way more into this.
No, I mean, but it's a valid point for people in the car space, and I think it's important that people are aware of it, because if you don't have that experience, you would never in a million years, like, you just wouldn't think about it because it's not your experience. So it's an important thing to talk about so that you can be aware. So if you notice it happening, you can engage in a different way.
Oh my God, look at that. We've been going for a while.
Yo, sorry.
How are you?
I just yap.
No, but I like that. That's what this is. This is just getting to know each other. We didn't really get to know you last time. This is more of a get to know you.
Didn't.
I'm serious.
I'm
turned into Oprah.
How am I?
Yeah. How are you with this experience? Come back anytime you want.
I would.
You'd be a friend of the show.
I would love that. I love to yap and to talk, and I don't get to because I'm just like always
behind a camera or on a laptop, and I don't get to like.
When I go to your channel, it's you doing Saturday Night Live Weekend Update.
I haven't done that.
But
in
actually better because it's like an unscripted Weekend Update.
Yeah, I haven't done that in so long.
Well, it's still high on your.
I put it up there. I pin it so that people know that there is still that layer of humor and that to the show, and so that they get the personality that like. Hey, we're also funny. There's some joke beats.
We don't take ourselves too seriously.
Do not.
I think that's pretty big, important. That's a good lesson for life. Don't take yourself too seriously, because it's really easy to get, you get attached to like the plan, and the plan doesn't exist. Everybody.
It fucking does.
You know what I mean? Like it literally doesn't. The only thing that exists is this flow that we all have to go with.
Flow state.
And at some point when you're in the flow, you realize that you don't matter at all. So what are you taking it all so seriously for?
Fuck. It's fact.
Yeah.
Fact.
I do.
We sound like a bunch of defeated motherfuckers. Right. She's down. She's down.
You said defeated and it just happened.
Oh wow, that's hilarious.
It happens sometimes,
That was amazing. So yeah, back to how do you feel about this experience? Did we do the time?
Yeah, no, I love it. I think this is so cool. Just getting to talk and joke and get, I think this is new for me in general. Like I'm used to being the one talking to the people and asking the questions or holding the camera. So like it feels cool again. I think one of the key things was like I didn't really feel like I had a voice in the space, and being able to get to use my voice is cool. I want to just keep doing more podcasts. I want to be on this one because y'all are fucking fun and some people are boring. But I would absolutely love to just keep having opportunities to be like, hey, this is me, and like I'm joking and being unserious, but I also have a wealth of knowledge when it comes to cars. And I'm like, when it comes to driving too, like I'm a fucking damn good driver, and like
right on.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't experienced the. All right.
No, I mean I've seen the videos. But
yeah. No, I'm damn good. There's a thing that happens. I'll do sim racing, or it's happened on track where like they'll be like, oh, this is our guy from the team, like our number one guy, and like I'll always be like point blah 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 away from his time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I started off. There's actually a through line with that, with our connection with sim racing to real life, because we're actually doing a feature on this kid named Chester. He is a 13-year-old boy who is drifting. He doesn't even have a license yet. He is drifting next to pro level Formula Drift drivers and hanging with them. He is a hell of a kid.
Wow.
Him, this other kid that's also 16 named Rocco. We're doing features on both of them. They both started same thing with sim racing to here, and like it gives you a serious baseline for how a car performs and moves. So like when I got to driving the LFA and like all these crazy cars that people are like, oh, I'm scared to drive this, I already had a baseline of like what this car is going to feel like. And even from putting so many hours behind that, if you tell me like the type of car this is all-wheel drive, this is a mid-engine or whatever it might be, I know the fundamental characteristics of the car, like, and how it's going to operate. Like when we had the roof rodeo, I didn't drive it, but I got to ride it and I had a good idea. I was like, oh, this car is sitting up high, it's on off-road tracks, it's gonna have like a lot of body movement, it's gonna be pretty squirrely. And sure enough, when we got under braking or like acceleration, you could like, it was like, oh, the wrong person gonna flip this shit. But yeah, it just helped me to understand as we started getting press cars, like how to be just fine in them. And then I drove, this felt so good to me. You know Tosin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So my Supra, like in a straight, like pulls on his car, but in the corners, he would do speeds at like, I push it, and he would do speeds and just be fucking gone. But you've seen Tosin.
Yeah, Tosin's insane.
I was like, it's fucking crazy. So I wanted to.
I mean, he bought a Porsche from Motorsport, so like he's driving a race car, but still.
It's fucking crazy. So I rode in his, and then I asked him, I was like, hey, do you let other people drive your car? And it felt really good because Johnny is always like, Tosin, the legend of the crest. And so I got to write, and I was like, how do you feel?
This is in the 911, right?
Yeah,
okay.
The GT3, the 992. And like, I drove the hell out of the car and hard, and he got to experience it, and Johnny got to experience it, and then like him getting out of the car, he was like,
From the passenger seat.
Yeah, he was like, he fucking catches on quick. He's a damn good driver. It was cool to hear that and him say it to the person that I look up to, but it was really, I caught on quickly. I never driven I never driven a GT3. No, I did one, but I had never driven the 992, especially his. The only GT3 RS I did was like a 991, and it was like PDK. So like driving his 6-speed to catch on quickly, it was because of video games. It was because of simulation.
There's a kid in Spec Miata racing named Joey Andrews, and he started coming up to Breakfast Club with his parents. He was like 10 years old, and he was riding in his mom's Boxster. And he got home and he started getting into, he got the Xbox and then the computer rig, and then he got into sim racing, and then he got into karting at Cal Speed, and then he got into real race car racing, and then he won the Mazda shootout, so now he's sponsored by Mazda. It's everything you're talking about, and he came up through driving on the Crest and sim racing, and then just applied to each discipline as he climbed the ladder. He's only, did he turn 20? I think he just turned 20.
Yeah.
It's crazy to watch.
Shocking.
So
that
fun.
He's that old now, but yeah.
And you got to watch him from like...
From nothing. He was eating oatmeal at the bar with his mom.
That's so crazy.
She was driving up, he's just riding in this is great.
Do you notice, has it always been this way? Maybe I wasn't in the space being aware, but I'm noticing now that I'm seeing a lot of little kids that like have this affinity for cars.
I see it more now too.
Okay, so it's not, I just thought I was just being maybe more observant.
I thought it was because Yellowcar, because it's like a Herbie the Love Bug and kids have always been attracted to it, but it's definitely been more lately. So if you're saying that there's a thing culturally lately, I believe it.
Yeah.
I think overall also in the last few years, what I've found is that there are just more different people, like coming back to the conversation we were having before. Like I feel like the past few years has just overall been like you're seeing more different types of people at car shows and who are actual drivers and like really love the cars who are showing up to different things, and I love that.
So
shout out to Barbara Peterson, says being a woman who enjoys cars is a similar experience. Certain assumptions are made. Yeah. Well, it depends on your group. It really does. I can't say anything is across the board anymore. I've experienced not just our car event, but every other car event in Los Angeles, and then driving all around this country. Every state has different everything.
Oh yeah.
Nothing. There's no judgment on that because like literally every state is different. And then the ones that are fighting with each other, typically are more alike than anybody realizes. They've just never traveled to whatever one they're fighting with.
That's so funny. Was there, all the traveling you've done and the different cultures you've experienced, was there...
Well, thanks for bringing that up. I got the road trip 2025 coming up here. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know how to sell that for you at all. I'm so sorry.
No, what were you going to ask?
Is there any area, I don't want to like say geographically it could be, but has there been any place or any group community that like surprised you in terms of like what their car culture was like in reference to what you were maybe expecting it to be?
I didn't have a whole lot of expectations, so luckily that doesn't really come into play. But being surprised in certain places, yeah, I think so. And you know what, I almost hesitate to answer this honestly, because the surprise, it's kind of sad. I find getting back to LA every time to be a bit of a bummer, because the people are nicer almost everywhere else.
That's how I feel coming back into the country. Every time I come back to the country, I'm depressed.
It just kind of bums me out when, like, I don't know. It's hard to describe. But going through states that I thought would be nightmares, met the nicest people in the world, and then the two states that seem most conflicted, Florida and California, are almost identical. They act the exact same way when you get to the border. There's like people are nodding in the studio here. That was a surprise to me. The two that seem to be the most at odds with each other seem to be most similar. Texas, I'd maybe even throw in that too. Texas is its own thing. That's its own country.
Texas just literally, they do whatever the fuck they
do. Yeah, they do. And there's like, even though I don't know, there's that whole we don't give a fuck is a little bit appealing as I get older. Do you know what I mean? But also I don't necessarily stand for everything that everybody stands for. So who the hell knows?
The
Well,
we
they
don't
do
give a fuck is a real thing as you're getting older. I'm saying this like I'm fucking older. But like,
you can see the hill out there. You're not approaching it. You're not over it.
yeah, but I do watch. I used to hang around a lot of older folk. Like that was just my thing when I was a kid, and that was like the one thing you would always notice. Is just like they get to this point where they don't give a fuck. And I'm so glad that I got to that a little bit sooner. Because you start fucking living when you don't care. It's so.
We've also had so much more trauma in terms of like these huge catastrophic things that have happened in our lives. When you don't have these huge things like every 5 to 10 years, you know.
That's true.
I don't know if I agree. There's stuff happening always. You know what I mean?
There is,
our parents had World War II.
Yeah, but we had 9/11, and then we had like I don't even know, but like for our generation, it has these massive events have been compounded. Like they just keep happening in a way that they never have before in other times in history.
I don't agree with any of that.
Historically speaking, it's true. Like,
What do you mean? That's a story for another podcast.
Yeah, it is.
Shit has been happening from the beginning of time, and it will happen forever.
The TLDR is that not on the scale that it and frequency as it has in the last 30 decades,
Right.
30
I think
years.
both
You know what I'm
things
saying?
Both things are.
I think
all
what
these
has
things
I think
have been
awareness.
happening.
There's more awareness of things now.
There's
It used
more
to be
access, there's more
certain
awareness.
areas you didn't know what was happening in every other part of
Yeah.
the world because we
And
didn't have
it's been more
these.
global for us too.
I see.
You
So
know
I
what I
think
mean?
that's a good point. Like we're able to record and I don't want to say participate, but like spectate in the things that are happening in the world in a way that people weren't back then. So
But there's
we're
a
being
negative to that
exposed.
too,
There's more
though.
exposure.
There's more exposure, and the frequency is short. There's shorter distances between these gigantic things that happen.
Again, because of the more, you have access to more. Not that there's more happening.
Not just access, like actually.
I'd love to see your metric on this.
We're gonna debate it on the next one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're
saying,
I know what
and
you're
I don't
both
disagree.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two things are truthful at once.
No, you're wrong.
Y'all are crazy.
Just kidding. Hot Wheels. I kept bringing up the Hot Wheels thing because I want to introduce you to Vinny Russo.
I would love that.
He's great.
Yes. Vinny is, he sort of runs the whole Hot Wheels Legend Tour. I mean, I don't think that's his official title. He does everything for everybody. He's involved. I don't know anyone in the car community that isn't more involved in everything in the car community than Vinny Russo. Yeah, and if you don't already know him, like, I want you to, because I think both your energies and your work ethics align perfectly.
I would absolutely love
And
that.
he's just a good guy to know, that's for sure.
Love it. I love good people to know, and I love good energy.
I'm not kidding about the road trip. I really will be taking a road trip. Grand Tour 3,
When do you leave?
October.
TBD, October?
Yeah, well, this thing's on the 4th, and then when I was at did the Peterson podcast the other day too, by the way.
Oh,
So
how was
shout out
that?
to, it was really, really good. Yeah, shout out to Danny and B. It's Danny P and B.
Okay. Dan.
It sounds like a half a sandwich, but it's not. It's Danny P and B. But they invited me to the Willow Springs big to-do on the
I'll be
11th.
there. I'll be there.
Of course you will. And so maybe after that. I was thinking after the 4th, like maybe the 6th. But now if we have to be here the 11th and maybe like the 13th.
And are you still looking for sponsors?
Yes, thank you very much. I haven't actually started making any calls yet. We talked to Vinny Russo as well. Yes, if you have any interest in sponsoring the Grand Tour, USA Grand Tour 3, this is our 3rd one, please send me a message.
I like that.
Or some money.
I'm gonna ask. You need sponsors. We need sponsors. What I want, if anybody's watching this, and if you are connected
Put
to
it out
people,
there.
I want to be on more podcasts. I want to do more talking. I want to be in front of the camera, on the microphone. So literally, send the podcast my way. I want to do them all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that should be easy. There's so many people that have podcasts. Everyone has a podcast nowadays.
Yeah.
She's got a podcast. Well, he doesn't have one, but he's working on one. He's developing one.
All of them. It's gonna be cool.
I do 2 or 3. Come on. Do you into movies? Do you like movies at all?
Yeah, I thought we talked about that last time.
Oh, are you going to do that show too? I'm sorry. My memory is shot these days.
No, but I would love to. So
We do a blockbuster year, by the way. Tomorrow's movie is Teen Wolf.
Oh my god, fun.
I know.
I would absolutely love it. Yeah. So my brother Kyle is an amazing screenwriter, and like I guess that's probably where my storytelling comes from, just learning from him. So he gets like, there's cool things that would happen. He would get the blacklist. You familiar with the blacklist? Every year it's like I forget how many of it. It's like all of these screenplays that either didn't get picked up from a studio, or they eventually do. There are a bunch of them that they go through, and the studios like say no, and then somebody ends up like. There's a lot of big and good movies that came from that.
Not to be confused with the old Hollywood blacklist from McCarthyism. Speaking of the war,
Not that.
Not that
a little
one.
different.
But yeah, he would. I would just get familiar with reading screenplays and all of that, and I already loved movies in general because my dad. Hollywood Video, if y'all remember Hollywood Video.
Yeah, of course.
Like every Friday he would go and we would get 4 things. He would get something for the family, my brother would pick something, usually a video game. I would grab something, and then he would get something for him and my mom, so maybe 5. And then one thing he would get is he would just go looking by, like he would go blind. He wouldn't know anything about the movie, and he would find something based on like, obviously like the theme it is, and like what it was kind of talking about, and so I learned to appreciate a wide variety. Oh my God, are you yawning?
No.
I
don't hide those on the show.
I'm like, right, I see the ticker.
Oh, you and your dad.
Oh, that's great.
Terrible.
Story.
You're terrible. What did I do that looked like a yawn? Looked like I was stifling a yawn? What?
One of these to mouth shut.
Maybe that was...
A little more shovel.
Like it.
I forgot about Hollywood Video until you just said that.
Yeah, I would. There's one Blockbuster that still exists in Seattle or Oregon, right?
It's up
Bend,
there.
Oregon.
Wow.
Where's Oregon?
I've been there. Bend, Oregon.
Okay.
Wow.
I would love for a Hollywood Video, just one. I want like I want them to like turn these into museums. Like keep one Circuit City.
That's a good idea. This is how life used to be back in the day.
take
Just
a
a bunch
wall,
of
there's
employees
no one goes
rearranging
there
stuff. Nothing's for
anymore.
sale. It's a museum.
Take over
That's
all
hilarious.
the original stories.
There was a place on La Cienega that had like the Statue of Liberty and old signage and stuff. They were selling all of the old Hollywood Video signs because it was the Hollywood. It was a light up Hollywood logo. Remember they had to license it from the.
I can't remember that place. Man.
But wouldn't that be funny if you
I tried to wrap it up in 2 hours. Sorry.
Oh shit.
Sometimes it just doesn't happen, so it's fine.
Well, I keep going too. There's more stuff on the card. Next week, back with, we don't know. So it's going to be great. There'll be wonderful guests and exciting content.
I will be here. I will be on a panel for the Museum of Sex, Art, and Science.
So that's a museum a lot of people would go to. Where is that located?
They are in Chicago, so she's just starting it out. It's a virtual panel. So she's starting off with like virtual stuff and like online resources, and then she wants to actually get a building in Chicago.
It starts with Chatterbait, and then eventually you have to go to in person.
No Chatterbait.
What is the, this is how old I am. I don't know how to date on an app or swipe left or any of those things. This is probably a question for another podcast because I'm afraid that I'm going to open up a can of worms now. But
We'll keep it
are
succinct.
you masturbating? As I understand, I can't believe I'm too uncomfortable. Is Chatterbait you're masturbating, but with other people?
So Chatterbait is it's basically like a chat. So think of it as like a webinar. And I don't know how much interaction there is between the people who are watching, but you can pay to enter into someone's room and they're doing whatever. Like
nodding.
I have a girlfriend who literally she just cleans her kitchen. And people pay her to watch her clean her kitchen.
There's some stuff like
And
that on
she
Twitch where
ignores
somebody's
them.
like, I'm making dinner, and you just
Yeah.
watch them make dinner and they talk to you or whatever, but it's not a sex thing. It's not,
I mean,
it
for
might
the
be.
people watching it is.
You know what? That didn't occur to me.
Yeah, for the people watching, but that's
Tune in at 3 p.m. I'm making chili, you know, like.
Yeah, but her whole thing when she does it is that she just completely ignores them. So they're like, why aren't you paying attention to me? Why aren't you looking at me? And she's like, I just decided to start, because she used to do
So
sex
the
work,
ruder
then she had a baby, so she's coming back to it.
And the ruder she is, the more they probably like it.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
People are freaked out.
Right?
It's a bit of a degradation thing. Like,
Yeah.
you know, this is why I love sex and sexuality so much, because people are fascinating. What people are into and what turns them on and what shuts them down is fucking fascinating. And how much people fuck up in the simplest ways.
Our photographer's relaxing his neck just based on this conversation. I can see him in there.
I love it. Yeah, we are gonna have a conversation about that because I do find it interesting. I just like the way, like the origin of things, and like the things that make people tick, and I think there's a correlation between how you were raised and the things that you experienced.
That's what I was gonna. Instead, or like, do you mean like pathology, like what gets you there?
Check out
Birds
and Bees Don't Fuck, because we talk about the whole show is about your formative sex education and like just talking to people about how they learned what they learned, or the conversations really do get everywhere, but everyone gets asked where did you grow up and what do you remember about sex education?
Yeah, I'll say I am a proponent of owning your sexuality. I think it's very important. It's so freeing. Interesting thing, I can share this. I don't care. I
dare you.
I like posted my nudes online just to get it out the way, but the reason being, like, one.
Wait a second. You mean in case you ever got hacked, or just because you knew you would do it at some point?
Because I was like, it's like probably at some point you're just gonna, like, what I see is people, in life you just get freer and freer, and at some point you're gonna do it. So I was like, why not own it now? And I was like, I want to, and my fucking body, I work, like, I love the way I look, so I was like, I do it. It wasn't like sexual nudes either. It wasn't like I was like doing something. It was just like, here, now you can see. And then also too, I had an ex that lied on what it looked like, so I was like, okay, well,
very freeing.
Here you go.
But what I noticed, which is crazy, is that people obviously people treat you different, like when they see things, but people they think that you being nude online equals access. Like, you assume, because people will be like, oh, like even a couple people I was like talking to or whatever at some point, I'm like, I'm not even talking to you now, but they're like, oh yeah, I don't do that. It's strict over here. I don't do that. And I'm like, okay, so, but because you must think by me putting my nudes online that means that people are touching me, or that people can touch me because I'm like.
And you, by the way, you don't even have to have, like, this is something that women experience all the time. Like, you don't even have to have nudes. I don't have nudes online, and people think they have access to me. I don't look at my DMs, and
hang on, you have nudes online? The viewers are running to the internet.
But like, I don't even look at my DMs, and I don't answer my DMs, because being someone who talks about sexuality, who also does, like, I'm a pole dancer too, and I share things and whatever. I'm pretty free as well.
She has another Instagram called Champagne Womb.
Yeah, which I might be changing to a different burlesque name, so we'll see. But Champagne Womb is my business name, so that's not going. It's literally my LLC is Champagne Womb. So if you're gonna pay me, Champagne Womb LLC is who you make the check out to.
Sounds like someone with a speech impediment.
Well, because it came from No Sex in the Champagne Room. It was a pitch for a sketch show. They chose my other name, which was Jane Fonda's Cellmates. Apparently I'm good at naming sketch shows.
This is so good.
But yeah, people do think that they have access to you. And so you learn real quick that you have to have very strong boundaries.
Yeah. So that was all to say people like to project and assume, like, projection is what I've noticed. Like, they're just assuming all these things and saying, oh, you're this because of this. And it's cool because I'm not doing it. I'm minding my own business. So you just get to watch, and it's so fascinating how, because I have a big following on the platform where it was at. And I could just watch people, and I'm like, this is really interesting. Like, this is coming from your head, because I haven't said anything.
Right, and this was not my intention.
No, not at all.
One of the most powerful things that you can do as someone who is in the spotlight is be comfortable with being misunderstood. That's what everyone is afraid of. They are afraid of being misunderstood, and then they double down and try to do this, or they shield themselves, or they don't show up, or whatever. And like what you just said is so beautiful, and it's part of why you are finding the success that you are, because you are detached from people misunderstanding you. Go ahead and misunderstand me. That ain't my business.
It's not my job.
I see that. You probably see me like post it on a quick thing. I'm always like, none of my business. I mind my business.
This isn't about you. Yeah.
I talked so much. I'm so sorry. I know you've been trying to wrap up. I'm just gonna say right now, I fucking wait. Which am I looking at the camera?
Yeah, you
right
whichever one you want. Yeah, let's make it easy for you.
There it is.
Oh wow. I like to talk. I like to run my fucking mouth. So this show was actually supposed to be over an hour and a half. And, I just kept going and going. So here we are. Oh wow, this is how I looked. That's cool. This is fun. It's That's almost like what the kiss cam is like. When
Yeah.
they're like,
Yeah, that's right. When you make it full.
and you try to act like nobody's. Like, I'm
Oh,
not
did you
sitting
hear
by. I'm
that?
not
I mean,
sitting
not
by
that I
them.
want to make this go further, but did you hear about the fucking...
She divorced or filed for divorce?
No, the Coldplay did a kiss cam thing, and like they went on. I shouldn't be laughing, but fuck them. They went on this couple, and
That's what we're talking about.
that specific situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
So fast
The
forward.
world knows what
Yeah,
happened.
the most viral thing of the year.
Yeah,
I think it might have
know,
been
but
while
not
you were
everybody
sick. Maybe,
knows.
yeah, it was
It
huge.
didn't seem like you guys knew what was going on.
That's why we were talking about
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the start of it.
Yeah, she filed for divorce like last week or some shit. Good
Yeah.
for her. All right, and so this has been a
And
great
you don't take
episode
your mistress
of.
to a fucking concert that has a kiss cam.
Yeah.
They were, in all
Especially
fairness,
if she's your employee.
they were kind of up in the nosebleed. They were in an area where they didn't
Yeah.
look like they would be photographed.
Literally.
You know what I mean? They were
Yeah.
up in the rafters.
Wow.
I mean, it's an interesting conversation around
People are
privacy too.
dogs. It would be so funny if that camera zoomed out. My partner was here this whole time.
Oh my god.
Oh, by the way, this.
Just like popping up
Can
from
you
behind the
imagine?
chair.
That would be hilarious.
Oh yeah, so everybody, this is my husband. Yeah.
Are you?
my
You're not
wife.
in a relationship, are you?
No, I am very single. Very single.
How single?
Other people find you?
He's so single.
So single. No, I just really like. I
Oh,
hate
boy.
saying cliche things, but I really enjoy the fuck out of myself, and I like the autonomy to just like do things in my own time and
Yeah.
like not. I enjoy not considering other people.
Yeah, that's
But
great.
I am a lover boy. I am super romantic, so I know when that point comes. I know how my brain is. I'm gonna like
switch will flip,
It's a
yeah.
switch, just like
Is
I
it
know
the
when
right
I'm
person kind of thing? When's the right person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, it's interesting because with men, generally speaking, it tends to be more about timing, like when you are in the mindset. Okay,
You keep
sorry.
jumping in every
Well,
single time.
It's not
to
just
jump-
me. You're acting like it's just me. You
It's
bitches
definitely
keep talking
me.
too. Anyway, with women, it tends
He's
to be
looking
the right
straight at you
person.
the whole time too. He clearly, there's a thing going here.
We
I don't
got
know
it.
if the math works, but there's definitely a chemistry.
We're trying to shoo you out. This, about to take over the
We gotta
12
go
o'clock.
I'm trying to sell Batmobiles here, and Live at 5's coming in. Live at 7 is late already. Alert the affiliates.
7-Eleven. Come on.
We weren't kidding earlier. If anybody wants to buy a Batman tumbler, please send me a message. That's no joke. $3 million, but they are officially licensed by, I almost said BMW. Not true. By Warner Brothers, WB. 10-4 down at Hot Wheels Legends Tour. You're going to come down for that.
Yes.
That'll be a blast.
Yes.
We'll be
What
back.
time is that? Where is it?
I'll talk about it. So it's all over the Hot Wheels site, Hollywoods and Legends, down at El Segundo at Mattel.
Great.
And then tomorrow, Blockbuster Year, I'll be back with Brandon to talk about Teen Wolf. But you have some plugs. What are you up to?
We have the Distinguished Gentleman's Drive. I'm going to look at the camera on this one. Hi, guys. We've got the Distinguished Gentleman's Drive on Sunday the 28th. You can go to gentlemansdrive.com to register if you want to come and drive with us. If you want to help me raise some money, that would be incredible. Go to Babes and Classics. All the links are there. It's on Instagram, Babes and Classics. You can also get my program, Fuck Like the Movies. Check it out on The Pleasure Producer. And I'm also launching The Pleasure Crew, which is,
Whoa.
instead of doing a Patreon and a Substack and having all these different fucking things, y'all are going to be in one place. So I have a circle. Everyone's going to be in the same place. So we can all just live there and not get banned from Meta.
Ooh.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Making moves.
Yeah, trying to do.
Good for you.
Trying
You've
to
been
make it
busy
all-
behind the scenes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Manuel Carrillo is not here this evening, but if you wanted to follow him on Instagram, it's MC3 Films. And we'll see you sometime in October as well.
You will.
Who are we seeing?
All me all the
Manuel
time.
will
Right
be
now you
allowed to
can't
be
see
here.
him.
Yeah.
He's currently not here because
Can't
of
wait
contracts.
to meet him. Can't wait to meet him.
Yeah.
But once he's
you'll meet
here,
him
you'll
one
have a
day.
great time getting to
Wow.
know him.
I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah, when you're in here, this is going to
Oh
be a
my
crazy
God.
conversation.
Oh my
Yeah.
This is going to go, you talk about off the rails. I'll sit over there, you sit here.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna be so buttoned up then.
And you're definitely coming on my podcast that I'm building right now.
Okay.
Yeah, you're already pre-booked.
Wow.
Pre-booked.
My pre-booked.
So see,
Yes, you are.
asking you
Great.
shall receive.
Wow. this
Plus
is
the birds and
Are
bees
you
don't
going to yell at
have
me
fun.
for talking about sex or?
More.
Okay, great.
Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at anybody. It was more about time than the sex.
I know, I'm teasing.
I think we talk more about sex than I'm typically comfortable about.
Yeah,
I asked you
I'm so
about
proud of you,
Chatterbait.
by the way.
That's the point of life. Get uncomfortable.
We're holistic, you know?
we're holistic. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
multifaceted.
All right, I think we've done the thing. If anybody is still
We
watching,
did
thank
so much
you
of
so much for watching
we
at
got
home.
12 people on
Dang.
YouTube, and we still have somebody on Facebook Live.
Oh, that's
so
amazing.
Thank you for being live with us, everybody. We love you.
Thank you for that. And Devin, all the way. Devin's out in, where are you? Palm Springs?
Yeah, Palm Springs.
Oh, he's muted still. Sorry.
No. Oh, I don't know.
Still muted.
Okay. Give us
I'm
some
gonna
sign
try
language.
to pretend to read your lips. Go ahead, give it a
Palm
shot.
Springs.
It's
Palm
a,
Springs, yeah,
Palm
Palm Springs.
Springs.
Oh, people can hear him, but we can't.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
somehow when.
oh.
Wait, let me.
I'm
get
sorry.
It's blue again.
Yep. It's gonna come back.
What?
It's gonna
Test,
come
test,
back.
test.
It's gonna come back.
Test, test,
Devin, are you
test.
still there?
I'm still here.
I'm still
Okay,
here.
well, whatever.
No, that's
All
fine.
right.
I
Audio.
just read it. He said I'm still here.
All
Did
right.
I get it right? Yeah.
It's hilarious. Hope you can hear the rest of us. I love you, mister.
I love you. This has been such a great experience. Thank you for even opening up the door for me to be on the podcast. No, I really genuinely appreciate it because again, this is a new experience for me. And again, just for what all you're doing with Good Vibes up there. I didn't get to chime in earlier. We're gonna wrap this the hell up. But I think you're creating a safe space for car enthusiasts up there. It's so beautiful. You have such a diverse group of people that just come up for the love of cars, and you just get to meet the people behind the cars. And I know it's helped so many of us in whatever our journey is. It's helped me with Shift the same way it's probably helped Frank, the same way it's I'm sure it helped Jimmy XIE and a lot of others up there. So I really appreciate and just how kind you are when people walk up to you, because I didn't know you from shit. And you
This is, ask anybody here, this has been a journey.
Yeah.
I am not always the most gracious, and I'm trying to be better about that. My wife was really, really good about it, and I was always trying to protect her. And so I am, now that she's not part of the equation, I am trying to be much, much better at that. So thank you for saying that. It means that it's clearly working, because everybody here has had their head bit off by me. Because I'm...
all right. I mean, you got to do it sometimes. I get it.
I'm working on it. I'm
I
working
get
on
it.
it.
Do
I'm
your
working on
fucking
it.
job.
Yeah, yeah, it is what it is. Not that. Not
Yeah, I
that.
get it.
Thank God everyone who surrounds me is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm really, really lucky.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I love you, mister, and that's real. That's real. So thanks for coming to see what we really, this is more what we really do.
It's so fun. I can't wait to derail it even more.
I love both of you very, very
We
much.
love you.
It's not the same when you're not here.
Aw. It's not the
Uh,
same when we're not here for us too.
to everyone at home, thank you for watching. This feels like our final episode ever, the way that it's like a 45-minute wrap-up. Like, you've been amazing, this crowd over the years. It's just, no, we love everybody. See you Friday.
Tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
I've had a great couple years on. It's been.
I'm gonna remember these times.
Yeah. Wow.
Then they play the little music.
We're gonna put a ticker on the Emmys.
So, right. I know.
Thinking we're hurting a charity.
Oh, there's more comments. David Bird. Happy birthday, David Bird, by the way, still watching.
Happy birthday, buddy.
It's really fun to watch. I love random. Well,
Me too.
you're welcome. Thank you. Always a great conversation. Well, we definitely get real here. We're not afraid to get real. And there goes Arielle saying goodnight to everybody. So, okay.
Alrighty.
We'll be back next week with wonderful guests and creative content. In the meantime, see you Friday at Good Vibes, where I will be there this week. If I have to chop her in, I'm going to come in. If I have to open the gate with my teeth. So.
I gotta get that wheel changed on my MG before this fucking drive, so I won't be there.
Did we cover everything else? Are we good?
We are
Did we address
so
our new
covered.
camera? There's a new camera over there. Very nice.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody. We
Nice,
love you at
nice.
home. Please love one another. Woo!
Bye! Now we got a photo.
This is actually playing. It's
We gotta let it play out.
the audio is. It's got disturb. Well, no, I'm glad that We're gonna add 15. I can feel you. I can feel you both. You're stretching me